smacking your hand away and shit.
You gotta do it sometimes. You gotta do it.
Yeah. So before we get into things, it's 4th of July weekend, right? And I just want to say I don't think that America necessarily deserves a birthday party right now.
Not necessarily. No.
I think that they got some. They don't deserve it. You know, it's just like if a kid who's been misbehaving all year, and you're like, I'm not gonna get you something for your birthday.
Well, listen, I think
how I look at it.
Americans who
get
are
you.
like good folk, they deserve to be able to celebrate this day. A little bit of like just being American, right? Those who are like good Americans, like
That's only a
who are-
philosophical thought. Like everybody's
Okay, well,
people look for an idea, a reason to party,
idealistically.
and people
I mean,
deserve a reason to party over.
So
less.
if you want to be real about it, though, they should be labeled European American because Native Americans are Americans, and they should just be called American.
That's true.
ain't
You're
lying.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
You ain't lying.
But
Colonizing ass moths.
that's true. Though not
I'm
everybody.
gonna get shot now for like saying that shit.
Not
I mean,
everybody
listen.
is. We got to put it out. We can't generalize.
Oh, I'm not.
No,
I'm, not I'm definitely.
no, but
trying to
that's
generalize.
largely
That's what
true,
I'm just
though.
speaking for the people who are like just good, upstanding
hear
citizens
you.
who fucking are just good people in general.
But I'm not
This
mad
is a
at the
good day
thought
to just
process.
sing out. No, I fuck with you.
If you're from a country that's not native to here,
Which there's no native besides Native Americans.
besides the
Yeah,
natives,
we ever.
And I hate calling them Native Americans. They should just be Americans. I
yeah,
feel.
Yeah,
they're the
I-
only
I-
true thoroughbreds. You know?
I agree. And
This is their
the
land.
problem with this conversation is this: if we ever want to get sponsored, we just listen. That's
man.
never happening.
if we cared about
Shit,
that,
Nike
still
might
to this point-
sponsor us and shit. I don't know. Stand up for
no,
rights
dude,
and
it's
shit.
been 140 episodes. We all have been wearing Nikes every fucking time.
do
they
we-
haven't shown no
Do we
love.
tag them?
No,
Yeah, I mean-
in my old post, I used to tag Nike, like all sorts.
I tag all the people who I wanted to pay attention to us, you know, and hopefully they do. I think they just watch and they're like, we're not gonna help them.
They're like,
Anyways, them is us. We are they. Kiona and Kasson podcast. Welcome everybody to the show.
That's right.
This is episode number 143.
Word.
I'm your host Adam. Here with my brother Osama, the homeboy Dave,
What
and
up?
the dog. Thank you everybody for tuning into the show today. There's a few new subscribers over the last week or so, and welcome to the show if you're new. If you've been here before, we always appreciate you tuning in. So welcome.
So,
But yeah,
Little
so
swagger.
appreciate you coming by.
Brush that off.
we have a lot to get through today, right? There's a lot of interesting things that I like. Usually, I don't come in with too many topics because I'm like, we just gonna talk anyway. But there's a lot of things that have happened. NBA free agency.
Yo.
Big moves. We'll get to that. But there's just a lot of little weird things. So I don't know where we want to start, but I guess before we get into the topics, how are you guys doing? How's your week been? Anything interesting, anything exciting in your lives that you care to share?
Yeah, I mean, so not to get too deep into it, but my nephew is looking at colleges.
Hey,
Nice.
My oldest nephew. Yeah, thank you. So he wants to take a vacation to California to look at 2 colleges that are interested in him for scholarships.
Nice.
Dope.
For baseball. So I think I want to go out there with him.
Good.
But I'm also thinking that. So shout out to Grand National or Grand Nation. I want to record out there.
Oh, that'd be dope.
That's
Yeah.
it's a little dream of mine.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can book a session for this summer. I'm pretty cool with one of the producers, and he's actually blowing up right now.
So when is that trip?
I'd imagine next month, August, because he goes back to school in September.
Oh,
So,
shit.
Yeah,
Well then, that's awesome.
it would be like a small trip,
Well, I mean,
3
shit,
days,
it's still
something
pretty
like
cool
that.
to go out there and just see something that probably you wouldn't be able to see otherwise, like to go
Right.
get access to a school and check it out.
Yeah, exactly. Exciting for your nephew, first of all.
Oh man, for
Yeah.
real, he worked his butt off, man. For
Yeah.
real.
Good for him.
And then, of course, you can make it a dual trip, where it's just kind of
Yeah.
cool elements all the way around.
Ain't nothing
That's
but
definitely
a
what's up.
gangsta party.
Yeah.
I mean, it's-
so yeah, shout out to OG Jaren. Shout out to the Reef Studios. That's what it's called.
Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to Dalton.
Yeah, and then my nephew Dalton. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
God bless, man. That
Most
kid's
definitely.
doing his thing right now.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
Good for
So
him.
then there's that.
Youth.
Yeah, we're gonna start getting tenants in. Hopefully, August.
Word. Very nice.
Good.
It's gonna be August before we know it, man. We in July. And
Yeah,
shit
this
already.
summer is passing by so quickly. By the time you know it, it's gonna be fucking.
It's just every
fall.
year at this point. I stopped saying this year going by fast.
It really flies though, man. It's
Yeah.
so
As you get
odd.
older.
It's so odd, man.
As you get older, it gets really a lot quicker.
You just got to
For
do
some
more
reason.
every day, man.
Yeah.
You got to try to.
You got to exactly. Yeah.
gotta try.
Well, you know, again, like we've talked about this, and Mike Tyson always talks about it. Living is just a process, a slow process, the slow, beautiful process of dying.
It is.
So you also got to remember to take time and just enjoy it, you know,
Yeah.
instead of being so focused on how you're gonna get to the next phase all the time. Obviously, don't lose sight of that, but you know, take some time out, smell the flowers, as they say.
Yeah, man.
So
I agree.
gotta appreciate the beauty, man. I learned that. I realize that more as I'm getting older.
Right.
And random things hurt when I wake up, and I'm like, man.
Oh man.
That's a bad fucking
Truly.
shit right now, man.
Truly.
You know,
Whole-
aging for you. What are you
Whole
gonna do?
neck stiff right now. Just what is going on? I went to the Cairo on what was it, Thursday? Thursday I went, and man, fucking it felt great. But I got out and I went and worked out on fucking Friday night, and that was dumb.
We should just create like a 30 plus podcast and talk about all the things that 30-year-old have to 30 plus has to endure.
Man.
Like my body's feeling this way. Oh no.
That's just a whole.
I went to play ball yesterday. I
A whole
can't
2 hour
jump as high as I
session
did.
right there.
Do you alter anything? Has anything altered in your everyday life? Like for instance, showering. When you get out and like, how do you? Are you like less limber as you're like stepping out of the shower at this point?
I feel like the only time that I really feel it is after I'm done working.
Oh yeah. That's
Then
the
I really
worst shit.
feel like my aches and pains. But
Lower back
it's
be
also
fucking
the
stiff.
the problems that I have now were because of sports back in the day.
Yep. That'll do it.
I was a catcher for baseball. I was a first
So your
baseman,
knees-
Crouched down
first
constantly.
baseman, and a pitcher. So yeah, just all of that. My shoulders, you know, my
Yeah.
elbows, my knees.
Everything-
My knees especially.
That sports shit
And then
takes
playing
fucking its
basketball.
toll.
How many times did I twist my ankle? You know,
The whole
like,
Macarena.
Trying to do it, trying to cross somebody over or some shit, and I
Cross your own self. Like, oh goddamn.
Yeah.
Like, thanks for the ball, Dave.
Yeah.
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 Man, I would.
Or
love
just
to
coming
play ball.
down like from a rebound and I'd land on my shit wrong. It's bad.
Dude, then Gompers, there's so many fucking times that I fucking sprained my ankle playing with
I
everybody.
definitely
man.
felt like I broke my ankle a couple times in that gym, but
I thought. Thankfully,
I
it was
broke my
never-
ankle yesterday.
Thankfully, it was never that bad though, right? Like, you know.
well,
I
it
mean,
hurt
I-
like it was.
I had-
Sure, I'm
I
not saying it
remember
did.
I fucking sprained one ankle,
Yeah.
right? And then got back on the court, and then 5 minutes or like last play or some shit, I sprained my ankle on the neck, got on the rebound again, both ankles.
Ugh.
And then we had to drive.
He
back.
said both ankles.
Yeah, so then we drove back to our parents' house in the burbs,
Oh,
right?
damn.
That's when they had moved, and I had to drive with a sprained ankle, and the other ankle was sprained as well. So I'm just driving like I remember walking just like
Oh
Both
my
of his
God,
ankles.
dude, no.
like a penguin for fucking
I don't
like
want
a week.
that.
Like
I mean, I
this
needed a
bullshit.
walker like
Something. Man.
I remember that. That was fucked up.
That's painful.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's real bad. But I mean, listen, the first time I sprained my ankle at Gomps,
That's when I started.
we
being
didn't
able
have
to
a
get
car.
up higher when I did, like as I started getting a little up, like I did.
You like misjudged coming down. Like,
Yeah, because I would like I started to realize I can out grab. That's when I was getting a little bit bigger, and I was able to out grab boards from the guys at Gompers, like
Right.
all Randy and fucking and Gary, like all these
Right.
big motherfuckers. I remember I started to get to the point where I can like out jump
Box
them.
out.
So like I would take advantage of that, but recklessly with disaband, like fucking.
Yeah, I
like
get you.
you know how Derrick Rose used to land. Fuck. You know how Derrick Rose used to land.
listen,
He ain't
get
dead,
that out of
but
the air
still.
right now because he's having like a real great. His last
no,
season,
you're right, you're
his
right.
last season numbers were
looks
pretty
like
nice.
it looks like he might get traded though from New York.
Listen, New York ain't going nowhere, so it doesn't matter.
I wonder who's gonna pick him up.
They said Milwaukee was looking at him, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Somebody will definitely pick him up. His numbers this past
It's a
season
good
were better
segue
than
into
his
free agency,
MVP
I
numbers.
guess, right?
So wait, he's on what team is he on right now?
He's on New York Knicks.
Oh, he's on the Knicks. Okay.
Yeah, he's on the Knicks. I think as far as wherever he goes, he can be a good piece.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not fucking the superstar that he once was. You see the
Did you
glimpses.
hear what I said 3 times just now? He had better numbers this season than his MVP season.
Well, the thing about that is he's becoming more mature as a player, so he's more efficient. I think that's the thing.
Well, that's great.
Less
but,
volume.
The bottom line is he's playing. He's putting. You know what I mean? His
agree.
numbers are looking good. He's
How old
playing
is he
well
right now? 32.
Yeah, he's a year older than I am.
Okay.
33.
33. Yeah, he's getting up there. The problem with it is he's not really old right now for the NBA, how it is. Like, all these players playing till 37, 38, 39.
But he's
His
had
knees
more.
have more
yes.
years on him than the rest of his body. That's the issue.
Right.
Which I'm not sure how that plays out.
Again,
Because technically he's Bionic Man.
hey man, listen, I just want to applaud him for now.
I hear
Watch
you.
it,
No,
watch
I
him,
get
cheer him
You
on.
know my love for Derrick Rose.
We don't need to talk about this.
You
There's
would
a
have
lot of
thought that he was my blood brother. Like,
word,
Man, that
but
shit
there's
killed
a
me,
lot of
man.
other important basketball things to talk about.
well, this is free
and-
agency, right? I mean, it's kind of in that regard.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, we can go into it. We're right. We just started it. We might as well go into that more. Unless you
Well,
want to
that's
talk about
fine.
something first.
I mean, I didn't have any like specific stories about Derek that I saw. So if you did, then great.
Did you
Let's talk about
see?
it.
No. I just that we were just talking about Derek, but I was thinking about the fact that John Wall got signed to the Clippers. Did you see that? Like, I think
It's a nice piece.
2 years, $11.5 million.
Yeah.
I never saw him leaving, but yeah.
Well, I think it was time for him to go somewhere else. That team might be a legitimate like threat right now. With if Kawhi comes back, because he's been injured for like ever.
Wait, so didn't they just show him playing in summer league?
Kawhi?
Yeah, in
I
some
don't know. I haven't
tournament,
seen
I
that.
thought.
But he
Unless it
might-
was a flashback of some other year, but I'm not sure.
Because what was he out for? What was wrong?
I don't remember that. The exact injury, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Do you think he's past the point of where where he was in prime Kawhi?
No, I
Time.
don't think so.
Do you think he's because he went to Toronto and was able to basically will them into a championship?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
That was wild.
Do you think that he's capable of that type of thing at this point?
But how old is Kawhi now?
I'm not sure. Probably 30. But do you think that? And I'm not wishing it on him. I'm just saying it's been a few
he's
years.
31.
It's been a few years. A couple of injuries. Actually, full seasons full of injury. Do you think that there's a chance that he's not able to be as dominant as he was then?
I mean, it's probably a chance, but everybody can
Now
come
he's
back
got
and-
bigger pieces. He's got
There's been
Paul
people who
George. He's
come
got
back every
John
season.
Wall.
And listen, Paul George is a perfect example.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
if he can
when
come back from the injury that he had and be the superstar that he came back to be, anybody can really come back and have a year. Like it depends how much work they want to put in and what's motivating them this year.
Okay, well, there's only so much you can do with what you have, right? I'm just saying, when Toronto won COVID,
Yeah.
18, 19?
Yeah, something like that. 2018, I think.
2018, I think sounds right. So that was 4 years ago already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that was right where it seemed like he had superpowers. Mm-hmm. You remember?
Yeah, he was
And-
too clutch.
I mean, it was crazy. I'm just saying, is it possible that this injury or these injuries have slowed him down?
Of course it's possible.
Yeah, 2018, 2019.
I don't think that. I think now you won't see it as obviously because he has those two pieces now, and John Wall, who's a beast, but obviously coming back from injury,
Yeah.
and then Paul George, who's also had major injury as well. They're a little,
Let's just hope. Yeah, I mean, it sounds bad.
but it doesn't. It sounds bad as you say it, but when you look at it, obviously this looks like it's going to be a pretty good team.
I mean, those are guys that put up 20 points or more.
And they got
Game.
Ty Lue.
So that's 60 right there.
Isn't Ty Lue the coach at the Clippers?
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, definitely.
Is that something
Yeah.
you're cheering on?
Ty Lue.
Yeah, definitely.
Ty Lue's a good coach, man.
He was an amazing player.
He's a good coach. I think he's a good coach.
I mean,
I like
probably an all right player, probably an okay coach. I don't think he did
Who's this
anything.
guy right here?
I don't think he did anything
fucking-
super
who's
crazy.
Fuck this guy.
No, he's strategically. He just knows. You know what it is? He's like what do they call it? A players coach, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, exactly that.
So
Steve Kerr.
It's the reason why Steve Kerr. Why I do believe eventually you're going to see Jason Kidd win a championship as a coach because
I think so.
Because
He's really wise,
also
man.
a players coach. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, but
Because
there's
there's a
levels
difference-
to
no,
that
there's
shit
a
too.
difference because
I don't
as a
think
players-
Lue has been as successful to.
he got a championship with LeBron and
Yeah, but
Cleveland.
LeBron made the calls.
But still, that doesn't mean it.
Ty
So
didn't
you're
do
saying
anything.
Spoelstra-
Ty
you're
didn't do
saying
shit. He didn't do not a
Eric Spoelstra's
goddamn
not a
thing.
good coach.
Eric Spoelstra also. I mean, listen. The Heat had success before
Why are you
LeBron
such a
came there.
hater?
The Heat had success before
No,
LeBron
you're
came
a
there.
hater, dude.
I gave LeBron credit just now. I said he was running the calls
No,
on the
you
floor
didn't-
when
no,
they
no,
were
you
in
said-
Cleveland.
No, you didn't give him credit. You said he made the calls. That's all
Yeah,
you said.
and you said that
That's
they won.
not giving anybody credit.
You said they won the
We know
championship.
LeBron
I
did
said
that.
Rewind
he
that
made the
shit and
calls.
put it in the
We
comments.
know. We
I said that
Whether or not he did or did.
we know that LeBron makes the calls. What you're saying is that a coach, he's not the
So what
only
makes
player.
Ty Lue great? What has he done outside of his LeBron
As
championship?
a player, here's my definition of what a player coach allows, right? He's the type of person that...
He's been on the floor, so
he's
he
a
knows what to do.
He's a coach, and he understands that players need... Okay, like, there's only so much you can push or take out of them before you're not motivating them. You're...
Okay, but give me an example of his success in this.
Dude, there's a championship season under his belt. There's something to that.
No.
There is. There is.
Dude.
Then Steve Kerr has no bearing on the reason why the
Literally every
Warriors
move that
win.
was made is because LeBron ordered it.
No, now you're saying that there's no bearing on Steve Kerr winning the championships he's won.
No.
Yeah,
That's
you
not what I'm
are.
saying.
Players coach do it. He's a dude.
LeBron is not a coachable player.
Steve Kerr at best was a subpar player.
Steph Curry is a coachable player.
Steve Kerr was a subpar player, right? He was just a great shooter.
There's a difference between a coachable athlete and a not coachable
Not subpar.
athlete.
He was at par. I'd say par.
Yeah.
Par for a course, like as an NBA player. But
Yeah,
he wasn't
fine.
nothing great.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't. He contributed maybe, arguably in some areas. He had the shot
I'm definitely going to say that he was one of the best shooters.
of all time, probably, right?
Easy.
But the thing is,
He's a head coach of one of the best shooters of all time.
okay,
arguably.
but
It proves it.
what I'm saying is your argument is basically negating all of that.
Right. I get
How?
that. I get that.
Because Ty Lue should deserve some credit for being a.
Has he had success outside of the season that LeBron came and brought a title to Cleveland? No, he hasn't.
But he
hasn't had
but he
success as a
hasn't.
coach.
But he's been a desirable head coach for teams, and that's not a normal thing. Some coaches get
A
bounced
losing
out.
franchise,
Hoiberg
probably.
was a terrible fucking coach.
Yes,
and you
I
see
agree.
it. They bounced his ass right
But
back
he wasn't
to
a
the
good
fucking,
player, though.
Yeah,
right back
but
to
he
the
was also
cornfield.
just yeah.
All right, but what super duper?
But what else is Ty Lue known for as a player other than to step over? That's what he's
No,
known
he's
for
just-
as a player. He doesn't
Ty Lue
have
was-
like a whole lot.
Ty Lue was one of like a really good point guard. Definitely.
Is he
Not one
I
of
wouldn't
the
say
best.
really good.
But
He was.
he's
He was a serviceable point guard.
Yeah.
So would you rank him in the top 20 of point guards of all time?
No.
Okay, so there you go.
But
he's
no,
not
dude,
like a
but
superstar. He's
I
not
wouldn't. I
that
wouldn't rank
notable.
fucking Steve Kerr in the top 20 point guards of all time.
But you would give him maybe top 20 plays of all time?
No. Probably not. Just
Listen.
because I'd give Jordan the play, if anything, for the pass.
Okay, well, that's
The
fine.
shot Steve Kerr should hit.
Steve Kerr is a role player who played his role well. What does Ty Lue have under his belt? Give me something.
He was on a championship team.
Okay, fine. So he's a great coach because he was.
Steve Kerr was on championship teams. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm serious. There's no reason for you to think that.
I'm just trying to understand where have we
Ty
seen
Lue won-
unprecedented Ty Lue success?
How many championships did Ty Lue have with the Lakers?
2?
I'm just saying he's a multiple champion. He won multiple championships as a player.
Come on now.
So he knows what it takes to be a champion, which is big. That's why fucking Golden State just won over Boston. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's part of it. So he knows how to win as a player. He understands players' mindset, and he knows how to manage.
2.
So Cleveland.
You can say that
here's
all
my-
you
here's
want.
my
I
final
just
point.
don't have an example
Here's
of
my
it.
final point, right? Cleveland is more players than LeBron.
Okay.
So you have to be able to manage people who also want their shot, right?
Sure.
People, no matter what, people. So we're obviously seeing how much Pippen fucking despised Michael during their playing time because he didn't get his shine, right? Players
but
want
you
their
have
shine.
one of two players.
Players want their shine.
When there's a player like LeBron on the floor, you have one of two players. One who wants to beat him and prove that he's not as big as everybody says, and ones that idolize and watch him in awe. And there are players on his
the
team.
chances are they're going to have both of those on the team.
Yes.
Ty Lue's got to operate and understand how to maneuver those players around.
He did that by
the ego.
saying, "Here, LeBron, here's the reins.
No,
take
that's
over.
not-
When
I
we're
don't
done with
think
this
that's true.
this title run, then I
think
will
that's
take
true
him back."
because you see jealous ones envy, man. They do.
Jealous
And
ones still
Dude,
envy.
I've been playing this game my whole life. Why he get as much fuck? We're both in the NBA. I know he's LeBron, but I can shoot too. Give me the ball.
Man,
But
please,
Ty
there
Lue
are
gotta
plenty of
say
players-
No. You know that's not true.
There have
You
been
gotta
plenty of players in the NBA who are like, "Oh, I made it here on accident."
I'm not a LeBron
I'm just gonna be
stan.
happy that I'm
not-
here.
I don't even like this turning into a LeBron. I don't even like him being in this, but it has to be because it was a championship that he won. That
fine.
Ty Lue won.
Okay, sure.
But I just want you to understand that fucking the fact that Ty Lue is a former
I'm just
player,
asking for one accolade to point to besides the championship.
It's-
If you're gonna
it's
include that,
intangibles.
then fine, we're good.
It's intangibles. That's what it is. The
Yeah,
things
but
that
where
you
has
do.
his team been
We
successful
don't know.
because
We're not
of it?
in the fucking locker room, but we know that somehow Steve Kerr knows how to operate.
It's a game of numbers.
Steve Kerr knows how to
I don't know,
control.
man. I mean, I feel like it doesn't really matter too much, though, how good they were.
No, I don't either.
I think that's almost a direct reflection of the coach.
But I mean,
Wait, no,
so
are you
then
talking about it doesn't matter how good the coach was?
How good the team was
it-
as a
it-
result of
it
the
It
coaching.
doesn't matter how good of a player the coach was when he was playing basketball.
No,
Not at
fine.
all. Not at all.
And I feel like that's what we're trying to negate right now.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. I'm not disputing that.
Okay, cool.
I'm saying-
so what
what
are
I'm
we
saying
talking
is
about?
I'm saying
if you
as
give
a
Steve Kerr
coach,
credit-
as a coach even.
I think our point,
What other
all right,
accolades?
so let's just simplify it. Our point is that you got to, if you're giving Steve Kerr credit, you got to give Ty Lue credit. Maybe not as
No,
much, but
it's
you got to give him
nonsense.
some.
I don't think so.
Okay, well then I don't know. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree because this argument is gonna keep going forever and ever.
Fine. Agree to disagree.
All right. So what else happened in fucking free agency? Kid?
All right, a few
Fucking
things.
guy. I don't even like Ty Lue like that, but I just like to be objective.
All right, well, listen.
You are a little bit of a hater.
I literally put my
What did he
LeBron
do? He
hate.
didn't do shit.
I literally put my LeBron hate to the side, so that I could say, hey, if it wasn't for LeBron, there would be nothing for Ty Lue to
But
brag
we don't
about.
need you to do that to know that.
He has zero accolades. That's
You know,
then
we
why are you
know that.
arguing?
We
Because
know
that's
that
zero
LeBron
accolades
is a-
without it. That's all I'm
We
saying.
know LeBron is the biggest ego
Moving
on
forward,
the team. Shite.
your boy Zion signed a contract.
Yeah, that's good. I hope
That's dope.
I
I'm
hope
so
that
sorry.
he does well this season.
Yeah,
So-
man, I really do.
For basketball,
He deserves it, man.
That
So
and for
193
basketball.
million, a designated maximum rookie, but it could be as much as
With,
231 million
bonuses.
if he like gets end of
Accolades
accolades
and
and shit.
How tall is he?
Like 6'8".
I thought so. Okay.
Yeah, he seems happy to be
I see him
Going into
having
the next season,
the
so-
same intensity as KG,
Yeah, he's a big motherfucker, man.
but bigger though.
So
obviously.
we discussed
the most
it, but
efficient player ever in the NBA according to his stats
listen,
for that one season.
I had no
66%,
fucking
like
clue.
27 points a
Yes.
game or some shit like that.
No clue, right? So I watched him, and I never watched college ball.
Oh, I did definitely.
Because
He was
college
great
ball to
in
me,
college,
there's
man.
just too much to check out. So I only watch highlights. So his highlights are more. So maybe I just didn't notice it, but once he got to the NBA, I didn't realize how fundamentally sound he was in his footwork, right?
'Cause he
he
just came
actually
across as
is
like a
fundamentally
athletic big
really
man.
sound. Like he moves like Shaq, but
Right,
maybe
that's what I was thinking.
maybe faster. He's able to do more than Shaq because he can shoot the 3-ball.
Hmm.
He's like a stretch 4, right? He's a fucking crazy, like he's a phenomenon.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, it's fair, but
We'll see,
also
though.
I mean,
We'll see.
as far as like better than Shaq.
No, not better than Shaq. I said he moves like Shaq. I didn't say he was better than. The only thing I said that he was better at was because he can stretch the floor.
Fair.
Shaq isn't stretching the floor at the. Why
Shaq
is
didn't need to though, because
why
Shaq
the
would just
fuck-
kind of
you would be-
powerhouse his way into the middle.
If when
and
Shaq
dunk
was
that
playing, you looked and Shaq wasn't down there, and you were like, what is Shaq doing there? It's like a fucking.
shit. If Shaq would have worked,
Fumblerooski, like.
if Shaq would have sharpened up his work at the free throw line, man, he would have been an
That's another
unstoppable
thing.
fucking player.
Zion shoots pretty fucking decent free throws.
Oh, definitely.
So
He's efficient.
Well, but it's a different. I mean, obviously,
it's yet to be it's to be determined whether or not where his career is going to go.
Sure.
But from what we can look at, barring any injury, right, this man is going to be great.
Yeah.
And for basketball, it'll be dope for him to actually become what he should.
Well, the successor, the next big thing.
I feel
but
like-
there's a few people who could be that now. You know, like you got your Lucas and you got
the
your
league is deep.
oh,
yeah.
it's great.
The league
It's a
is
fun time to watch.
deep
It is.
right now. I am enjoying watching what I
Same.
can. You know.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like when we're talking about like Kawhi, for instance, and him being potentially unable to be back at that peak that we saw him at a few years ago, you have people like Andrew Wiggins, who his first few seasons in the league, you're like, oh, he's a fucking bust. Like injury screwed him up, and he came back,
So he
fucking
got signed-
killing
he
it
got-
and
he's signing
champion,
back.
a champion
He
now.
signed
you know?
back with Golden State.
Yeah.
You think Golden State can repeat?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I wouldn't. You
Man,
can't count
I
them
think
out.
they
Yeah,
might.
they have a couple years, man,
You can't count them out.
Yeah,
where
they have
they're
a
at.
couple more year window.
where they could do
That's
something
it.
big.
And
win.
Steph, man, was super. I watched Draymond on JJ Redick's podcast, and he was talking about just the series that they just had and how he was struggling. And you may have seen it. They were talking about when he said that he struggled Game 3 and Game 4, how Steph came out real emotional and just showing out.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he kind of feels selfishly. He added that Steph did that for him to take the attention off of him and just kind of draw all of
I
the
get that.
fan whatever, and he was just absorbing that and letting Draymond, I guess. And maybe that's a possibility, maybe it's not. He hasn't come out and said otherwise. But I
mean, listen.
I think they got a couple of years. I really do like Golden State. They
click really well, man.
They're probably my second favorite franchise in terms of dynasties.
When it comes to Steph, man, it's like, listen, the greats are going to be great, and that's what makes them great. Is every time they come out, they're going to show out, they're going to put all their effort on the floor and leave it out there every night, right? And that's a large part of where some of my LeBron hate comes from, is because he's shied away from some of the big moments in his career.
He has.
So like Steph, I don't think he necessarily needs that motivation to go out there and fucking just bust people's ass.
So-
I think it's just some people have more fun doing it than others, and they do it every time they get a shot. Like when you're Steph,
he
you're
seems-
so
he's
dominant.
enjoying
It's like
it,
hard
man.
for you to not go out there and do that.
He
you know?
enjoys that shit.
Yeah.
I think he's one of my favorite players to watch right now.
Oh, he's probably he's in my
like
he's,
during regular season and postseason.
Has
Postseason, he's like electric though. Like,
Has
how do you stop
he-
that guy?
So they're saying now, they're talking about like because of where he is and his efficiency in terms of finals, the championships won, his accolades, his MVPs. Is he a better player of our generation than LeBron was at this point, or has he had a more successful career?
It's hard to say for me, and I feel like it's always because you had to compare positions.
He bloomed later, right? He bloomed later. He wasn't the same highly coveted athlete that you've seen LeBron be when LeBron first came out of high school, right?
But Steph is like a hybrid of like Reggie Miller and fucking Tony Parker. Like he's just constantly moving. He's able to get a shot off no matter where he is on the floor, no matter how much space he has. He's just like
he's an Energizer bunny.
I never really thought who I would like combine his gameplay with. You know what I'm saying?
Like who he's a marriage of.
You know, I don't know who it is for me.
So he's one of the point guards who just like he's a nonstop. You got an Energizer and battery in his back, right? Like
how many MVPs does he have? 2?
I don't know. It's off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think so.
LeBron got how many? 3?
4
Check
maybe.
that out, please. Because I feel like there's argument to say that if you're going to talk at the end of their careers and you were to just compare, like they keep comparing MJ and LeBron, with LeBron having skewed numbers because he's played more games and had more seasons, they like to compare the numbers, right? So if you took Curry and you took LeBron and you line them up and you show championships, MVPs, number of seasons, scoring titles, average per game, all of these things, like if you were to break that down, you might actually see Steph Curry come out on top, winning percentage, all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying he is or he isn't. There's just argument to be had to say that he might be.
I get you.
You know, but the reason I also bringing that up also, Draymond was speaking about the years with Kevin Durant on the team and how he viewed those championships. He said that he doesn't think those teams win without him on the roster.
Draymond?
Yeah. Draymond said that about
Himself.
KD.
Oh, about KD.
About
Gotcha.
KD.
Gotcha.
He said because at that point he said that he felt like teams had started to figure them out. Right? Because they had won 2, right? Mm-hmm. Or no, 1.
At that point? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. Because they won 2 with KD.
Yeah, Steph has 2.
Steph has 2? All
Mhm.
right. And he said that at that point he didn't feel like Steph was Steph yet.
Well, LeBron has 4.
Okay. So that would be one thing, right? That would be something that you would be like, oh, LeBron got more MVPs, but at the same time, sometimes popularity things are skewed.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
argue that maybe Steph is more popular than LeBron is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was saying that Steph hadn't figured out who he was yet. Like, he didn't know that he didn't have that superpower of, oh, I'm going to score now. Like, fuck what you're talking about. I'm going to score now.
He wasn't like so automatic and so confident.
Exactly. So he said that he doesn't think that they win without KD. Now that brings me to my question.
Which got him the Finals MVP.
Exactly. It leads me to a question I'm going to ask you guys. Where do you think KD's going to end up at the end of this free agency?
Man, I really want him to go to Portland.
Really? You want him to play with Dame?
I really do. I'm saying that
I wouldn't be mad at
because
that.
I don't want Dame to leave Portland. I feel like he deserves to win something there.
And I think he really wants to
if
bring.
they bring somebody else in with KD,
You may not even need somebody
it's a
else.
fucking squad, man.
Dame deserves a championship.
Definitely does. And he's fucking loyal.
I don't know. I do
Bring
believe
Derek and Kevin Durant there.
Mike, this is going to depend on whether
That'd be kind of cool, man.
That would be a hard.
That's a
Derrick
whip.
Rose and
That's a
KD.
whip. That's a whip.
And
with
KD
Dame?
and Dame. Yep.
Woo!
That'd be kind of wild.
Yeah.
It all depends on where he is in his mind state now in his career. Is he only interested in winning, or does he want the large market with it? Right?
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't want to care about the large market, he will go to a Dame. He will go to Portland to fuck with Dame.
I don't think he cares that much about the large market. I mean, he was talking about Phoenix as his trade destination. Phoenix is an excellent team right now, but they're not like the biggest
There's no
market.
way he goes to Phoenix. They're gonna have to trade Devin Booker for sure.
Yeah.
He wants to go there. That's what he said. I don't know.
They're not
clearly.
trading.
And
they
Chris
doubled
Paul's
down.
not gonna leave.
They doubled
Yeah.
down and signed Devin Booker for like some crazy number. So
Yeah, I mean,
But
my
she-
assumption
that-
is
that
he
man-
wants
he-
to work with him anyway. But,
Booker deserves it for sure, I think.
oh yeah, I mean they've
He
had
played a hell
some
of a
great
couple
couple
season.
seasons.
Yeah, that too. Right, but this postseason was pretty good.
yeah, I mean, I
was a
think
good
they
run.
have maybe a year or two to really give it a
Yeah.
go, and then other than that, Chris Paul might have to hang it up.
Oh, I think so.
If you're putting on your biased hat, do you care if Chris Paul gets a ring? If you're talking about like your objective NBA fan, you want to see he's a great. You
I'd
want to
love
see
to
him
see
get a
him get a
ring.
ring.
So you'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it's weird. Like when
a
it comes
great
to
player.
Chris Paul, he's just one of those people.
He's fundamental.
Yeah. He's
And
he's one of the people who has like mixed love in the NBA.
Is great.
I respect
Both what you say.
those-
Same thing you're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
I respect those players who can reinvent themselves because obviously he suffered the ACL tear
Yeah, right.
early on in his career. He was a kind of an explosive player before then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he learned how to use because he's slower now or was slower after that. Obviously he's progressively gotten older, so whatever.
I mean,
But what I'm saying is
he put the Clippers on the map.
He's redesigned
again.
his game.
Yeah.
He redesigned his game to be able to be more as efficient, or if not more, use. When you're getting older as a basketball player because you start to learn. You start to get veteran knowledge. You get what I'm saying? So the game slows down, and you don't have to go 100 miles an hour every.
Did you think that he was going to get a ring with Blake?
I think that everybody thought the Clippers were going to win.
Lob
Yeah,
City.
same.
Lob City was a
Same.
little era.
They had a good team.
Yeah.
I think everybody thought that they were going to win, and
Blake
they just
Griffin, that he disappeared too. Like
That
he
really
was.
sucks, man.
Yeah. He was big shit for like
He was great.
4 or 5 seasons or some shit like that.
He
So
got injured though.
Great player.
Injury is.
then he ended up like low key
a
in
killer.
Detroit and
Yeah.
Detroit
true.
for like a couple of years in purgatory with Derek. I think they played a year together.
yeah.
Purgatory.
Yeah, man, it sucks. I don't know. Where do you think that KD?
I would love to see him
end
here.
up really realistically. Like obviously he wants to go to certain places.
I don't really know.
Dude, I would hate to see them both. Honestly, listen. Okay, I'm gonna put on a big Kyrie hate hat right now. Okay, because as a human being, he seems cool.
That's actually what I was gonna say, or what I was thinking. I didn't say is if Kyrie and KD went to Portland.
They're
I
talking
would
about right now
wanna see-
doing.
I don't want to. I still want to see. I want to see them divorce.
They're talking about
Get
right
away
now
from each
Russell
other.
Westbrook for Kyrie.
Oh, I heard that
They're
too.
talking about doing that.
I heard
That shows you Kyrie's value to people. I'm serious.
I heard that
It's
too.
fucked up. Kyrie's a dope player, but honestly, as a teammate, you don't want him.
I guess so.
Yeah,
Honestly,
he's not
if
focused.
this is how he is to teammates, how is he to his friends?
My only problem
I'm
with
just
him is that
saying
he's
he
not
seems like a
focused on
floppy
basketball
person.
completely.
Damn.
You know, like his mind is everywhere else but basketball. That's the only problem with him.
It may be unfair to say that about him, but listen,
Or maybe that's why.
all we can
I don't
all we can
know.
infer is what you
Yeah.
show us, right? You're showing us to be not really trustworthy as a teammate. Like I wouldn't want you as a firefighter beside me, a fucking soldier beside me. Like I don't think you would want him on the front lines with you.
Yeah, I think after
You saw
he
how
got
he
his
opted in after he realized most people weren't really interested in him around the league. There's not much interest for somebody who's not really willing to fucking go through. As a team, I get it. Your stance is politically what you're entitled to have.
Right.
But you're kind of on a place where you're one and the same with everybody on that team. You're trying to go for a common goal. And
Yeah,
if
I mean, that's the
everybody
idea of a
assumes
team, you know?
if everybody assumes you to be there, and you decide that based on what's going on,
He doesn't have
which
all
is
for
your
one.
right,
He doesn't have all for one mentality.
and that's the problem. And I wouldn't say that he should go against his own beliefs to do that, but everybody's entitled to what they view you as somebody who, though it's your right to feel how you feel, aren't for the team.
Yeah.
And it's maybe unfair to put him in that position, right? Because it's kind of ethics but unfortunately that's what you're getting paid for, a lot of fucking money. $40-some million a year. You kind of got
And listen, there's a double-edged sword when you have like the public figures in a league like that who are you want a political response from them because they have the
amnesty
platform,
if they had the
but then you
chance now.
also have to deal with like what their personal politics are as well. I mean, it's a double-edged sword with it. So if you want them to be more than just basketball players and you want them to speak out for what they believe in and stand up for the community that's behind them,
I think
fine,
that
but you also
it's
have to
hard
understand
because this
that-
puts everybody, player, league, all that,
I get that.
in a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
the player wants to play. He's getting paid a lot of money to come show up.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that you want to stand up for this, but then you got to be willing to say, all right, listen, I know it sounds weird, but I'll take the pay cut, right? If I'm paying this much, I'll get it. I get it. You got to take what comes with shit, right? You got to be willing to understand that your consequence, whether your actions are right or not, there's going to be some sort of consequence for them.
yeah.
And that's all that is. I mean,
listen,
want him on my team.
either ball is life. Or ball is only, a
little
hobby.
bit of life.
So you got to have that. Maybe
Winning
maybe have
isn't
your-
everything, but-
maybe have your contractual language.
Know what you sign
written
up
that
for.
way. Hey.
That's it, right? Know what you sign up for.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think after he got his ring, a little bit of that hunger disappeared, and that's not really fair for the teams that you're on.
There is a really convenient time where it seemed like that might be the case.
Which I don't like that because I feel like if you've been in the league
got
for
the chip and was
let's say
done.
you've been in the
Right.
league for 9 seasons right now and you've won every single time. 10 seasons, you should still want to win again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Once that hunger is gone, then you should stop playing. That's just how I feel.
I mean, it's hard to say that when you're gonna get
I
you're
hear
getting
you.
presented with
And
5
yes,
years.
obviously that's
fucking $250 million fucking contract.
Sure, it's an
man.
idealist thing to say. I'm just saying, like,
Did you see Anthony Edwards playing football?
No.
Tom Brady
no,
said,
no,
"Listen,
no,
man,
no,
I know
no,
the
didn't
money's
see
good, but you are playing the wrong sport." He's fucking playing quarterback and receiver.
That's wild.
Nice with it.
Yeah.
But listen, I think I would rather see KD and Kyrie separate. I want KD needs for for his own preservation of his legacy. He needs to get away from Kyrie because Kyrie being attached to him is now kind of dragging it down.
Kyrie's been attached
He
to a
got
lot of other
swept
big superstars.
He got swept like one of those like never mind.
That's
But he got swept out the first round.
yeah.
KD got swept out the first round.
Right.
You
So
should.
so did LeBron.
Yeah.
What do they have in common? Kyrie.
That's fucked up.
Listen, I don't know.
Adam just cracked the code and shit.
There's a little bit of a code there.
A little bit.
So what other free agency moves do you know? Off the top of your
Well,
head?
since we were talking
Gobert.
about
Huh?
Gobert.
Gobert went to Minnesota.
Yeah.
They said that was a peculiar move, man.
And they gave up Patrick Beverly. That's just hilarious to me. The
listen,
man's been traded to 4 different teams.
I
Yeah.
like Pat Bev, but his mouth gets him in trouble a lot.
And especially after this, during the postseason, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit was hilarious to me.
my mouth would get me in trouble too all the time
But-
if I was an athlete. Isn't this?
I don't know.
I would be fined every press conference.
He
I
was-
don't know.
You can't
I-
curse
he
when
was
you're up there, Adam.
Extra,
Damn.
extra.
I know we gave him a lot of shit when they first started, but my attitude towards basketball would probably be somewhere along the lines of like a LaMelo. Like he knows he's dope, and he just doesn't
I
fucking
hear you.
care.
Well, listen,
We're
since-
gonna- I think he
Since his
firmly
pop faded
believes-
into the background, things have been a little bit better for them.
I'm so happy it happened
he did.
too.
I'm glad he did too, but I give him more credit now than I used to.
Hey
Same,
man, let me tell you,
same.
that big
I
baller
really
brand
do.
scam that they ran, that shit was crazy. Selling $500 pairs of sneakers.
It's like the fire
sold
festival.
it.
It's like the
And they
fire
sold it.
festival,
They
dude.
sold that shit.
Yeah. Those motherfuckers made out of the same material that Zion's foot busted through. Like,
Yo, no,
I
Fuck
mean,
outta here with
Zion's
that
foot's
nonsense,
like
man.
a fucking Fred Flintstone, though. Like,
yeah, no word.
Zion's foot is as big as a fucking
Fred Flintstone.
like a shoe inside of a shoe.
size 18? The fuck no, of course not. Like, you
18.
gotta call Portland. Like,
Big ass.
Hell yeah, call Nike headquarters, motherfucker.
I feel bad for the really tall people who like couldn't make themselves a success in life, and now how are you gonna get a pair of shoes that fit you?
truth.
I ain't got money for custom shoes.
This man's
Like,
playing basketball in sandals and shit. Like, custom made sandals.
Well, back to what I feel about
Pro
LaMelo.
kids.
Dude, imagine like being like a guy who played in like K-Swiss. Them shits was the worst.
No, Chucks had to
yeah,
be the
the
worst.
Chucks was
Oh,
way
yeah, but-
worse.
That had to be the worst.
But at least they were high top. And
They had-
everybody else was wearing them.
Listen, man,
you were K-Swiss too?
canvas.
You had a
It's fucking
special type of
canvas. It's canvas, dude.
They
Stop
had, they
it.
had shorts that ended
I
at
ain't
the tip
playing
of their
with that.
fucking
It's
ball sack,
reinforced
and they
canvas.
I ain't
had
playing with
some
that.
Chucks on. That was
You
the
got me
worst
fucked
way to
up.
play. I don't know, man.
I'm
that,
sorry,
that
but
Jackie Moon shit.
How do you play with Chucks when Nike's around? You know, like stop it.
But I don't think Nike was really around back then.
No, of course not. I'm supposed
now?
what Nike's
Oh,
like
you're
what the
saying
70s or something like that.
Well,
Well,
Adidas
Nike
was
showed up
technically
like
around.
in the late 70s,
Because
early 80s.
so what I'm saying is when Nike first hit,
they were blue
that
ribbon.
Chucks
like-
were still around at that time.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, I
how
mean-
do you still rock Chucks when Nike's came out? Because Nike's
No, because it's hard to
you
adopt
know,
new things.
the inside, the
Yeah.
padding, and all that. And
I
the
don't
protection
like
for it,
change.
It's always been top notch, man.
It's hard
Yeah.
to adopt new things.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It
Like
is,
sure.
if you've been playing in Chucks, like
I get you.
it's
'Cause
normal for me to roll my ankle
but
every
the
time I
because
play
that is
ball.
totally different then. Plus, like the shoes way heavier.
The NBA was
Yeah.
screaming for change,
So-
though. They were like, yo, these thigh nut hugging shorts that we have on. And
as
then,
they've come back full circle.
And
Yeah.
the most like paper fucking shoe that I could wear. Like, I feel, man, you know.
I get it, but like imagine somebody being like, "Yo, you should wear these," but I've been wearing these. It's like
No, that's what you want. Like, wait a second. These
Nah,
feel
dog,
amazing.
Like, I'm rocking these. Like,
Right.
no.
these are my shoes. Why
No,
would I wear those?
You got to be open minded,
What
man.
the fuck's with Phil Knight? Like, I don't know who Phil Knight is. Like,
I just don't.
I'm about to
know.
retire these, and I put these on. Thank you. Yes, I will take
you
your
said
new shoes.
Tinker. That's his name?
You should. What the fuck did I say? Nike?
He he-
Like Nike?
The fuck is Nike?
Nike?
The fuck
What
is
is
Nike?
Nike? Just do it, dude.
what is a Hatfield? You can grow
Right.
hats.
A what?
A Hatfield.
Hatfield. Yeah.
Anyways,
Because Nike was blue ribbon.
Nike sponsor us.
Nike was blue ribbon company.
I swear to
please,
God,
I just need some of that money
we
back.
love everything you do.
I don't love everything you do. Actually,
No,
fuck
yeah,
you
not
most of
everything.
the time. But
I suppose that's true.
when I get your
Yeah,
shoes,
okay.
I'm happy.
All right.
Even though
I mean, if you sponsored us, then it'd be.
I'm not
I
gonna
love you all the
ride
time.
Nike's
you know?
dick. Pause. I'm gonna fucking tell them what it is. Dicks.
Unless they sponsor us, then we'll change our tune.
No,
Yeah.
but-
Okay. Yeah. Sponsor.
But you got to get them there.
Yeah, word. Yeah.
So you got to highlight the
Listen,
good. You
we've
know
been
what
on
I'm saying?
YouTube 4 years. Send us some shit.
I've been wearing Nikes on camera as both of us.
What
all
are
of
the
us have for-
odds out of 288 subscribers, one person that works at Nike is a subscriber?
I think we got to start like advertising on.
That would
LinkedIn.
be
Yo,
awesome.
Nike makes hijabs for fucking Arabs and Africans. That's amazing.
They make what?
Hijabs.
Oh, I thought you said e-jobs. I was like, what do they do? Like work on the internet?
Yeah, I thought you said
E-jobs.
e-jobs at first too.
I was like, that shit's fucking dope.
It is. It is. Very
It's
dope.
inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
And I don't think anybody else does that.
And you can do that
do
shit with some style,
do you think
man.
Nike
bro.
panders? No.
Get a little
I
Nike
thought
thing.
about it, but I was like, I cannot do that because
Do you
I am
think-
not of that faith.
Do you
so
think
that'd
Nike
be fucked
panders
up.
at all?
Nick Cannon wears turbans.
You think that, right?
Okay,
or like,
isn't there gonna be that
like
in
you
that?
would think that though.
Yeah.
But I mean, there has to be somebody working at Nike that's like, yo, can you speak up for us?
Regardless, there's something.
So maybe it was
there's
just like a
something
real
to them
gesture,
doing
you
it,
know?
right?
Yeah.
Like there may be some pandering at some level. Like some of the execs are like, well,
Listen,
that's
man,
good. That
You can
gets
say
us-
that about anything
No,
in
no,
that
100,
case. Then
100.
I don't know. Since that lady and her son started ripping off the whole
Oh,
fucking
man,
resale
that was-
market,
see, and
maybe
like-
they are dirty. Fuck y'all.
Yo, man. So I ordered a pair of Dunks yesterday, and I had them for pickup at the Brickyard. And I get there, and they're like, "Oh, wow, we don't have them." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like I ordered them? Like I said, orders placed." They said, "Oh yeah, you see it says still processing." I'm like, "Yeah, I see that, but I figured like any place, if I ordered it, I can come get it because I placed it at your store."
Right? Like, did you not get your shipment yet? What are you talking
But
about?
I'm thinking is like somebody took my pair of shoes from whoever's working there, and like, "Oh shit, we don't have that size right now."
So when do you get that shoe?
They
Ever?
said they're gonna update me on the app, and then I'll know through the
Oh
app.
man, you're about to get an email saying sorry we could not fulfill your order, and I apologize for that.
I will beat that
I
ass.
apologize in
Yeah.
advance for what Nike
I
about
will.
to do to you.
I will. I
happened,
will beat
sad.
that
Dude,
ass.
I have the worst story of that you'll ever fucking hear. Don't ever get me started. I ordered. I
Actually,
ordered.
I'm gonna fucking screenshot this shit just so I have the proof. Because then I'm trying to. Oh well, you didn't buy nothing.
Doesn't matter. That's all I know.
Fuck all
it
that.
doesn't matter.
That shit's gonna
I
matter.
ordered.
It doesn't
So-
matter.
So they, in 3 consecutive years, they dropped the Space Jam Jordans, they dropped the Concord Jordans, and then they dropped the Cool Gray. Okay.
Oh god. Yo, and I'm
This
sorry to say
was-
this, but the cool gray is a grail for me. And I don't have modern day grails, but I'm just saying that's one for me.
Oh, it's my favorite
I
shoe,
will never
probably.
be able to afford it now. It's
my-
like $400 retail.
You'll be able to afford it one day. We
You're
got it.
right. I know you will. We will. We will.
Subscribe
We
to
will.
our
I'm
channel,
saying right
everybody.
now, though, man. I don't want that shit now, though. Fuck. That shit's still hot now.
We have 288 subscribers. We would
Well,
like to
shit.
multiply that.
I'm saying like for like
That's where you
5
come in.
years old and shit. Like I don't know. I'd rather have the 1-year-old. You know, almost brand new.
I get it.
Some icy
You might have
bottoms.
to bite the.
If we
Ice
can
and
do-
blues. I
if we
swear to
could do
God,
288
Sam. If I find them
1,000 more
bitches
times-
retail, it's over with.
like,
I'm buying 2 pairs.
All right, well,
I'm buying
Meth-
2 pairs.
Method Man.
I promise you.
So my story:
Sorry.
9, 10,
Looks
and
like
11.
it's really close to home.
It's like 9, 10, 11, right? 2009, 2010, 2011 is when they released these 3 shoes.
Sure.
It was Space Jam, Concord, Cool Gray.
Crazy, man.
So
Crazy.
so they released them, right? I didn't stand in line. This year, I tried to buy them on Foot Locker.
Yeah, right.
Got through, purchased them.
Wait. Which ones?
The Space Jam.
The Space Jam. Okay. Even though those are fucking sick.
I was like, oh shit! I'm about to get the Space
I get
Jam
you.
Jordans. So for about 2 days or 3 days, I was under the assumption that these shoes were on their way. So this is like 2009.
I don't want to hear. This is gonna break my heart.
Not
dude.
everybody is looking at their
I
emails
hope this shit doesn't
like,
happen to me.
like on your phone like as crazy.
I'm
But I
dying
hope
right
this
now.
doesn't happen to me.
So I go on my email, right? I'm like, I haven't got much of anything. I look and it says, "Sorry, but your order cannot be fulfilled."
And that was for how long? Like how long did you wait for that message?
3 days.
Stop it, man. I'm sick right now.
So I
I need these goddamn dunks. Foot Locker.
I angry emailed Foot Locker. I was like, "You motherfuckers! I cannot believe you and your bitch ass mamas." I said that in my head, but
Got it.
But on the
Got
email, I said, "What happened to my Jordans?" So
Could you please send my Jordans
you know what
to
these
me again?
motherfuckers got the nerve to
They
do?
lost my Jordans. Please, mister.
Please.
I'll buy some socks, too.
I'll buy 2 pairs.
Got any crease protectors?
I'll buy shoe cleaner. So they had the nerve
know what
to
that
send
voice
me a
was.
20.
Sorry.
It was a good one. It sounded
good.
like
Adam
it
Sandler
sounded like
voice.
Tweety Bird almost.
I was kind of going for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
or
with
the-
Adam
or the-
Sandler.
That too.
That too.
Waterboyish. I'll give that.
I was thinking 8 Crazy Nights.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take that.
All right.
So they sent me a $25 gift card for my
Stop it! Hell yeah! Like that shit loud.
for
Fuck.
my troubles. They sent
That
me
is a $20 gift card.
25. 25.
You should have walked up to somebody at Foot Locker and just punched them right in the face.
Bam!
Or just show them the email and then punch them in the face. Like,
See this?
that's for everybody
I'm
else.
sorry, but
That's
this
your
has to
raggedy
happen
ass
right
headquarters.
now. Straight through the phone. Bam!
Where's your boss? Where's your boss? No?
Me. So yeah, that's my story of how they didn't. Oh, but I learned
That's fucked up.
I
G.
learned my lesson.
They said, all right, yeah, here you go.
I learned my lesson. So in 2010 and 2011, I've said the story before. I stood out in line, me and Max. So I do have my 2010 Concords, my 2011 Cool Grades still,
dope.
but I don't have my 2009 Space Jams. And I didn't buy them subsequently later because Sneakers is a bitch. Hey Sneakers,
Yeah.
fuck you motherfucker. Your mama should
They
have
make it real rough.
How
but
long has sneakers been around?
like 10 years probably.
God damn. I just got in the game and I won 4
a little
times
bit less than
already.
that, probably.
I bought the taxis on there. Or no, it wasn't Sneakers
Damn, you
yet.
got
It was
taxis.
the Nike. It was
Yeah, it's
Sneakers,
probably like
I think.
6 or 7 years.
Sneakers, actually, you're right. They just celebrated their anniversary.
He said, you're right.
You're right.
Hey, you right here.
You're right. And Sneakers just
fuck was
Sneakers.
that?
I just saw something that Sneakers said they just celebrated their 6th anniversary. So I think
Okay, got you.
before then it was like the Nike app or something like that. Because
I mean, they still have the Nike
Remember,
app,
I bought the
but they
I was able to
changed
get the
the-
taxis off there. I bought the fucking flu games off there.
Nike is aware of who their customers are.
I didn't buy the taxis off there.
Nike is aware who their
Wait.
customers are, and they know that they there's a whole sneaker culture, and there's a reason why there's a whole retro
Fuck you, Nike.
movement. They're not stupid. Nike knows exactly
Yeah,
what the
they
hell
do
they're
know
doing.
what they're doing. They're fucking us all.
And
They're
that's why
fucking
that's
us
why
all.
they were like, oh, you want like the hype beast shit? Here, we're gonna give you a whole app for that. Get off our regular shit.
What was the show the thing in
We have like an athlete
Unaccepted?
section that people
He
actually.
fucked us, mom.
Yo, I'm going to say this.
Fuck
There is a way to crack the game and get what you want to get. I'm just saying that.
I'm sure there is.
There is, yeah. You wait outside and you just knock
Crack
somebody,
somebody.
snuff somebody, take their shit.
Size 12 now. Don't play no
man,
games.
That's size 12 is always available if you think about it.
No,
If you're
well,
crafty
no,
enough.
I'm 10 and a half, 11. 10 and a half for Jordan 11 and Jordan 5.
I bought
need
my
that. I need
my,
that
my
12.
They're kinda
11s
bulky.
and 11 and a half, but I
kinda
should have bought them
bulky.
in 12. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I have a couple pair of 11 and a halfs that I bought begrudgingly, but they didn't have a size 12, and I was like, I want the shoes.
I'll buy it now, but I won't like it.
Nah, word. That's pretty much it. I mean, they fit.
Can
I
you
don't
use,
know.
but it's just a
can
little
you
bit more
use it in a
snug.
sentence? I wanted to buy those shoes, but they were expensive, so I did it begrudgingly.
Yeah.
All right, back to NBA free agency. We've been
Please
we
try it
we
right
still have
now.
things to talk about.
I bet
here.
you I can spell begrudgingly.
Do it.
BEGRU
I think you already fucked
DGINLY. Begrudgingly.
up. Whatever.
You're not gonna fucking check? What is this
No.
bullshit? Now I don't even know if I spelled it right. What?
I don't really care.
You are
I
the
don't care
worst.
either.
You asked me and I gave
Yeah, I
it to
don't
you.
really care
Now for the
anymore.
rest of my life.
I didn't ask you to do that.
I did.
Dave did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
No,
I cared for a second. I was like, yeah, I'm done with
What
this.
you got on your phone?
We're still talking free agency stuff. So
Dick. Now I don't even know. Now for the rest, I don't even know how I spelled it. Now I'm gonna be
Yeah.
different next time.
Just gotta watch.
listen, man, it doesn't matter.
Hey,
you know?
if you're watching,
How often
yes,
do you have to spell?
no,
How often do you have to spell begrudgingly? Let's be honest. When's the
never.
last time you spelled
First
it
time I've ever spelled it. Probably.
in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may have said it other times, but this is the first time you've ever spelled it.
I mean, there was times you had spelling tests. Remember those? Spell
Yeah,
this
do you-
word.
Do you remember the word begrudgingly being
Spell
on there?
this word.
You'd be like,
No, I didn't have tests like that.
you never had a spelling test?
Yes, of course.
Oh,
but
I was
they
like, what
sound
the
like
fuck?
that. They
What kind of school did you go
give
to?
you a word.
We didn't learn math.
To some degree, we've been through that anyway.
We'll take our break.
No, you said free agency stuff.
We're 50 minutes in. Yeah, we should probably do that.
It
All right,
needs a
fine. We'll have to
break.
pick back up where we left off then.
All right, cool.
Zach LaVine re-signing with the Bulls. That's
Holy
where we're
shit.
Gonna,
I don't know if I like that.
It's got to be backwards, otherwise my forehead sweats too much. You know, it's like this white hot light that we're under right here. Shit, fucking burns my pupils.
All right. I'm not gonna do it.
Having a good time over there?
You know why? Fuck 'em, thug 'em, love 'em, leave 'em, cause I don't fucking need 'em.
Take them out the hood, keep them looking good. First time they fuss, I'm breezing.
Gotta trust them, I leave 'em. And a cut where I gave up. Till I need a what? Till I need to beat it up. Then it's beep beep and I'm picking up a truck. Many chicks, whatever.
Just because you got great head, I'm gonna break bread. So you can be living it up.
Floss with
man.
nothing, y'all be front and you get my heart to a woman.
Hello.
Not for nothing, ever I'll be
Hello.
forever maggot.
Let me tell you, 2000, 2001 Hove was a different Hove.
I was listening to Hove earlier.
He was still hungry.
I mean, Dynasty was what, 99? Or 99, 2000, something like that, somewhere in that area.
Dynasty was, hold on, probably 2000, I'd say, yeah.
Because it was right before
I
Blueprint.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was a different time, man. It was more fun.
Dynasty
time.
album's a really good album, actually, though.
Definitely.
Yeah, of course.
What was the one song? It was like a phone number.
1-800-HUSTLER?
1-900 Hustler.
Yeah, 1-900. Yeah, and not 1-800. Because that's
So
Listen, shorty,
So
you
good.
on the road, just give me the word.
just look like the get indicted hotline or something. Yeah. All right. So I guess we left off with Zach LaVine. We mentioned that.
Word, son.
He has not officially, but like verbally agreed to come back to the Bulls. Essentially, I don't know if there's been an update since I heard that, but
Yeah, because I didn't hear him officially accepting the offer just yet.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
it was
A lot
200,
of
200
money.
something, right?
On the way down,
207
I
million.
posed the question to you.
I'm not
all.
sure how many years though. But yeah.
5.
There you go.
If I on the way downstairs, I posed the question to y'all, and I said, if the Bulls inquired about KD, and then the Nets responded with hey, we would like you to give us DeMar for a straight up trade.
That would
KD
never happen. We're gonna have to give way more than just DeMar.
No, we wouldn't. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think
his value right now.
I think
is
we'd have
that-
to give a couple of future draft picks or something.
I doubt it. I think his value
So
is that of
that's
somebody with a pretty.
Brooklyn's number one player.
Yeah, and DeMar's
They have
ours.
nobody.
And you're talking about,
I don't know, but like we have other players that are
KD is a top 3,
could
arguably
play a
top 3 in the
role.
league right now.
Role players aren't what
I get
DeMar
that, but
is.
I'm just
DeMar
saying.
is. I think DeMar putting up the numbers he did last year would say that.
But again,
I love
he wants to
DeMar
leave
on the
anyway.
Bulls.
He wants
But
to leave anyway.
KD is like a top 3
You're not
player in the
getting
league
Devin
right now,
Booker.
where
You're not
DeMar
getting
is not
Devin
having. He doesn't have the same stock. They're not. It's not going to be just.
I don't think
trade.
so.
I don't-
It's not a pure trade.
I don't
think
know.
so.
It's not going to happen.
I don't think so. That'd be cool if it did.
I'm
I
just
think
saying,
I would take that
he
trade.
wants to leave regardless. Who?
Oh, for sure.
Who are you going to get? Are you going to get a whole bunch of maybes, or are you going to just get somebody you know that can perform well?
Right.
They're going to want future draft picks. Some. You know how the league works, man. It's never just that. Like
I think it
you're
would be a
talking about.
straight up DeMar trade. I think personally that's what would happen.
I think you're talking about 2 different calibers in the eyes of the viewing league. You're talking about 2 different caliber players.
I guess.
Kevin Durant is considered an all-time great. I don't think
True,
most
true.
circles, I don't
but
think
the
most
thing
circles
is,
are
you're
considering
not gonna
DeMar the
get-
same thing.
A lot of the time, though, right? With this trade, he wants out. There's nothing you can do.
It's true.
So,
But they're gonna
you
wanna
gotta
get
pick
as
the
much
best
as they can.
situation. You got to pick the best situation.
It's true, but they're going to want to get as much as they can in return.
I think it would end up
especially
being a
with
straight up trade. I do.
especially like if they do this little Kyrie for Russell Westbrook trade, they're going to want to find somebody who they think is going to mesh well with Russell Westbrook.
Nobody, baby. Nobody.
I think that's unfair to say, but I also, I mean, it's kind of baseless to dispute it, I guess.
Man, he had a really bad season.
He had a bad season, but, another thing we spoke of downstairs, recency
No.
bias, like, we don't want you singing R&B to
Don't
us.
be afraid. You don't remember nobody?
Oh,
Of
we
course
definitely
we
do.
remember
Yeah,
it.
no, we do.
Well, it
We
came
do.
up, and I had to keep saying. You know me, I'm like Cartman with that fucking song. I gotta sing the song.
When you
if
bring
pops
it up,
in
it
my
doesn't
head.
mean that it came up. You know that,
It
right?
did come up in my head, and I had to sing.
When I brought it up, it came up. So it's.
God damn, you're right.
But yeah, no, I mean, listen.
It's hot as hell in this room right
Yeah.
now. You got
Is
the
that
fan
fan
pointing.
I got the fan, yeah.
I don't feel it at all.
Well, I mean, listen, guys,
It is what it is.
Oh, I'm
I
just
guess.
saying, like, yeah, whatever.
But it is warm.
I can move it there.
I don't think it would matter. But
Yeah.
what I'll say is that listen. Regardless, maybe you might get they might ask for a Caruso, or you might give them Lonzo, because what the hell is that right now? Hey, I just saw LiAngelo sign with the summer team, or the summer league team of the Hornets.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
So that's cool.
Nice. They had what's it called, Bronny, and
His ranking dropped from like 20th or 29th to like 60th.
and then who else?
Sharif O'Neal.
Yeah, I was gonna say Shaquille O'Neal's son.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Because they're both LA, right?
What?
They're both in LA, I think.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
LA.
So I guess LeBron will maybe get his one season with his son. Do you think LeBron retires after that?
I don't know if
He
he's
said
going to
that,
get
didn't
that
he?
one season with him.
He said that, didn't he?
Well, he's still in LA. His son is now on LA, technically.
His son isn't on LA right now. His son is still in
It
college.
was a summer league, yeah.
Yeah, summer league.
No, he's not signed to anybody.
Yeah, he's not signed
You
yet.
can't be signed in high school. You're still in high school.
But it's like a prospect for
I
the
think
Lakers.
he's a junior this year coming up.
I thought it was like a prospect league for certain
Possible.
teams. Yeah.
But I think he's only becoming a junior this year. I think that's what I'm saying. LeBron still
I mean,
got to
listen,
wait a couple of seasons.
I only
don't
heard a
know.
couple of things about like highlights from him.
What do you
You know how I don't care about LeBron.
This dude, Chad Holmgren, is playing in summer leagues, and he's like tearing it up right now, I guess. Same with DeMar.
As currently constructed, do the Lakers get to the playoffs next year?
No.
The Lakers, no. I don't see them do anything.
Do you see LeBron going to the finals ever again?
I don't know.
No, not really.
Give me what you in your heart believe.
Unless he joins up with another superstar. I don't think so. And of course he's going to be, because he's not going to want to play without having a superstar on the team.
I don't see anybody teaming up with him to actually make a difference and win it. I don't know where he would go.
Yeah, I mean,
If LeBron won a championship with his son, would he be the greatest of all time?
I would say he should just go back to Cleveland.
I don't think that's going to happen
Maybe
either. I don't think you have to
I
worry
mean,
about
it's
that.
easier to when you're at the when you're done, right?
No
like
one's on
I finished my
Cleveland,
career and my house is right there, so
Right?
I just just go home.
Which is,
It's
again,
like living across the street from the park. Like I don't got to go as far as you guys. Ha ha, dicks.
I'm a big. I enjoy when a superstar, who whatever team they were drafted by, if they put a little time in with that team, I'm a fan of them doing like a sign and retire thing for a day.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, I do like when they come and retire.
I respect it.
Hey,
Like Luol
speaking
Deng
of
came
that,
back into
Luol
that.
just got finished his last payment from the Lakers, like $5 million or some shit.
That's dope.
Nice.
And it's like the Bobby Bonilla, except Bobby Bonilla is going to be
I
fucking
love
getting paid
that.
till like 2035, like
I love that.
$1.19 million every year.
I
That's
love
nice,
that.
man.
From 2011 to 2035.
Such a smart deal.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just at home. Oh, it is that day. $1.1 million in my bank account. Thank you
The
very
first
much.
of the month. Got my bag in the mail.
I don't know. Yeah, or like, don't take that deal. And I don't just.
But
I don't
what
know.
he
Is that
did is
like when you win the lottery and
Yeah,
you
that's
choose
exactly what I was
installments?
just gonna say. That's essentially what he did. He chose
I
the
get it, yeah, I get
the
it.
payout over 20 years.
I don't like that.
I would never accept
Nah,
that.
hell no.
People are like, well, you get taxed more.
Nah,
I'm like,
give 'em
well,
my
you know
paper up
what?
front.
The value I have in that big lump sum coming to me right now, and what I can do with it, as opposed to waiting to possibly get it if I don't die.
If I took it all and I put it in a high yield savings account or some shit, it's gonna be
Right.
more money over the time than you guys would give me. Fuck that.
and I'm not doing any high yield. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna go.
And that's
get
the only
me a
reason why they
couple
want you to take
properties.
those annuities,
I'm
is
gonna-
because they say, hey, we can put that shit in the fucking high
I'm
interest
in-
savings
I
account.
think I would start franchising in
Yes,
certain companies.
that's it. I would 100% franchise. That's
I got
exactly
22
my plans
kookaroos.
if I
I'm
ever
gonna be all right.
No, I would definitely franchise some McDonald's. I would franchise probably some Chick-fil-A's.
Yo.
Probably maybe a Culver's. I'd do some wings places. I'm
gonna figure out how can I do that with a Foot Locker.
My goal would be literally to have like 40 franchises under my belt.
I'm
And
definitely
then
trying to get a
some
Foot Locker open.
buildings, probably some sort of like fucking shoe places.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, buildings, franchises, and I'm on an island, y'all. See you when I see you. You want to come visit
Yeah.
me? You come to my house in the hotel.
But don't
I
come here.
fuck-
You're
the whole
not welcome
floor-
to see me.
The whole floor of this hotel is mine, right? It's paid for by this building right here.
True.
I live in this hotel. Imagine living on a resort hotel.
I wouldn't wanna.
I
There's
would.
too many people out there.
No,
I want
I
my
would.
own. It's my shit.
No, I think it'd be cool.
I want a
to have
private
that.
beach. You know,
Because you
Like-
come outside and you're like, da, 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 it's me.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be able to like walk out to the beach butt ass.
You can.
know?
It's your hotel.
Yeah, but there's like people there. You
what
can't
was
do that.
What was the
Mm.
thing he did in Dark Knight? He's like, sir, you can't do this in his hotel. He's like, yes, I can. He's like, how? He's like, I just bought it.
Right.
I mean, listen, that's
That would be
Right.
dope. Bruce Wayne was a pretty cool character,
Of
man.
course. Of course.
But I think like when you own
Batman
a resort,
kind
there's
of be getting
some
hurt,
regulation
don't
and
you
rules.
think?
He should in some series. Like Ben Affleck was an awful.
No, but I'm saying
Spider-Man,
Batman
or,
as a
Superman. Or
whole
Batman.
gets herbed, right? He gets like sunned a lot.
Sure.
It's only because
Yeah.
Batman's not a true superhero.
We've been through this. We're not going through this again.
Yeah.
Right
This
now.
we
motherfucker
did
got a
talk about
utility
this.
belt.
Continue along our
and some
NBA
tights.
free agency.
You would think as a superhero, you would say, I would put the underwear underneath the tights. Right? I'm going to go against the grain. Everybody's showing their little whitey tighties.
No, if I was
Why?
going against the grain, I'm not wearing tights.
So you're going to be free balling without.
I'd rather do that.
Or you just be in underwear with no tights?
I'm gonna be rocking fucking some cargo
Who's this
shorts.
crazy motherfucker walking around in tighty whities, beating everybody up with a
Ew.
fucking.
Nah, man, I'm gonna have some fucking cargo shorts and some J's on and fucking do it like that. I'm not gonna put
That's
tights
the type
on.
of superhero.
I believe you get your ass
Yeah.
beat for something like that.
Yeah, you sound like John Cena in one of his fucking movies.
John Cena.
What? John Cena wears jean shorts.
Same thing.
No, it's
You
not.
can't see me.
And Jordans.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also has like. He was still living in like '97.
Does
his
anyone
shirt,
else think
his
that he
shirt
would
was
fit?
3 or 4 too.
He's still living.
Does anyone
Size is
else
too
think
big.
that he looks awkward in Jordans?
I
think he looks awkward in general.
Yeah.
Just because he's, I don't know, yeah.
because he's swole as fuck.
I feel like you
It
should wear
just looks
combat
weird.
boots like 24/7, like year round.
He gives me like Vanilla Ice.
Maybe not
vibes.
24/7, but like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like when he
Even
goes
in
out,
bed?
just combat boots.
Definitely
And
give
then they
Vanilla
zoom
Ice
down,
vibes.
they pan down. He's got combat boots.
I mean,
on.
he's cool and all, but I'm saying.
Who?
No, I
Cena.
didn't think so.
Yeah.
I didn't think so when he was wrestling. I like him better. With
No, John
post-wrestling.
Cena. You can see how he's like an actual cool dude. Like if you know.
Yeah, but I mean,
As a
during his
wrestler,
wrestling time,
he came on as I was leaving,
Same.
like watching wrestling.
Well,
at
no,
that point.
before that for me, actually.
Because he came in like 02, I believe, from what I've just seen, and the last event we ever went to was in 01 or 2000 maybe.
What was that?
I think he was after 2002, 2000.
I just recently saw something where he was like, because he just celebrated 20 years in the WWEF.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, maybe I don't know. But yeah, I mean, again, I liked him better as a like after wrestling career is done.
I don't know how we got there.
We get to places sometimes, you know.
Wake up, it's right there. You're over here.
So the first piece of the championship warriors to be broken this offseason so far has been Gary Payton
yeah.
II. He signed a 3-year, $28 million deal with the Trailblazers. So
I mean, I don't
Damn.
blame him. I would have stayed with the Warriors, depending on how
I
much
thought
are
we
they
could
going to
repeat.
give me? Am I going to be able to repeat championship for half of that money? Then I'll
Sure.
stay with the Warriors.
it's true.
I know other people are in different positions, but you know you're going to get paid.
It's not like his family ain't
Port-
got money. We know his dad.
Yeah, Portland. I mean, I'm sure he's getting way better contracts than his dad ever did.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would have like to me, winning's not everything. But if I could stay in the winning situation and within a system that I work in, and get paid 2 for 20,
Yeah.
you know, then I'll stay there. I think, in my opinion.
True, but I mean, whatever. He did whatever he prefers to be in.
Maybe he
Portland.
likes Portland.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, his dad was in Seattle.
So a lot. LA is like a
Close.
love it or hate it. I think like people don't necessarily love. Well, not LA. I guess.
A lot of people seem to hate
but,
LA.
But California in general, I guess it's like because San Francisco technically.
There's just
but,
a lot there. Like, you gotta, I don't know, watch your shower time and stuff and
You do?
Yeah.
fires and stuff.
What, they cut out your shower?
Yeah, water supply is like really low.
So I get in the middle of my shower and somebody cuts it off.
I either it's that or you have to be responsible enough to cut your shower off. But yeah.
So
I
how
think
long
you
we
get,
talking?
I
What
think you
kinda-
get 5 minutes. That's it.
You get 5 minutes to shower?
Yeah.
You get 5 minutes.
Right.
Well, they gotta.
There's
they
a
gotta-
lot of dirty people walking around LA, is what
Sure.
you're telling me.
That's
Sure.
why Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher don't shower. Oh.
Oh.
But not actually.
No,
That's
no.
not
It's like a
excuse for
conscientious
that.
Also,
decision to not shower.
They actually came out and said,
Just to be
"Yeah,
honest,
I do it. Yeah.
you're not getting 5 minute showers from me.
I swear. I'm at least, I don't know, 15,
You better hope
20.
the person next
Yeah.
to me is showering for 2.5 minutes because I'm going for about 12.5.
You like ask your neighbor for minutes, for shower minutes?
Hey, dude, you got any minutes left?
When I was actually 4
I'll
feet
trade you
tall,
2
I
hours
wasn't
next
done
week,
in 10
though, I
minutes.
promise.
What?
So when I was actually 4 feet tall, I wasn't done in the shower in 10 minutes. Like I
like to wash
I have a whole
myself?
body to get
Yeah.
through, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
when you guys after you've showered, are you like how do you go about? So listen, I don't know how to answer this, but
you shouldn't have maybe.
I
don't
saw
know.
something that
got
said
caught
like
up.
somebody was like on the story, right? Like they said guys after they shower and they show. Like,
Oh yeah, I saw they poured like a bucket of water out on the floor.
And I'm not that guy. Like I'm
No.
Wait, what'd
generally
you say?
not.
I actually am mad when the floor is wet afterwards.
Yeah, dude,
No, I don't
girls
like
do that shit.
I don't like that.
Vivi
Yeah.
walks out and it's like she brings the shower with her. It's
like-
all water everywhere.
So what I do is
There's
I
no
pull-
drain in the middle of my
I pull
floor.
the tower, the tower. Wow, I pull the towel into the shower.
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, I dry myself within the shower.
Yes.
I pull the door closed. Then
See,
Yeah.
I don't. I keep myself in the shower.
same.
I'm
That's what I'm doing.
But
And then
like,
I
I don't close the door again.
The shower door.
No, I don't. I just.
Yeah.
Well, I
Oh,
have
yeah.
the curtain, but
Oh, okay, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, yeah, and then at a certain point, you get to the point where you like finish drying your right side, and you step out, and you get the
Exactly.
left side, and you step the rest of the way out.
well, I mean, I dry. So my method is I dry the top first. My
No,
face,
yeah, you
and
do all
then
that.
I put one leg on the towel and dry. Then when I get out the other leg,
Yes.
dried.
Yes, you have to do all that, but like I'm saying, at some point when you're trying to get, because you're not going to stay standing in a tub.
Do you hop
for
out the
rest of
shower
day.
with both legs? Like, yeah. No, I don't.
I've never done that in my life.
I would be. I wish
You
I
are
could.
insane if you do
no,
that.
that would be hilarious.
It's not a good
Something's
idea.
wrong.
You're always
You're
doing.
so
Are you
sociopath.
always doing karate?
Parkour.
It's like that Jenner girl cutting the cucumber the wrong way. You guys
Oh,
see that?
yeah.
No, how was she cutting it? Like.
So the knife's here, the cucumber. She's holding the cucumber like this, and she's cutting it like this.
She's going underneath.
So like usually you would hold the cucumber like this and cut it
Yeah,
here,
I know.
right?
I've already. I was
She's
trying.
doing this.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to respond to this.
Is that like she drumming?
And
type
she
of
was
shit?
serious.
Trying to get her drum shit
And
happening.
then her mom said like, well, maybe we should get the chef to help you out and do it. It's like cut the goddamn cucumber properly.
You're gonna
like
she's gonna be like, what? Sing, and there goes you.
sure.
Well, maybe not because you gotta. Never mind.
I mean, listen, she probably hasn't had to cut anything her whole life by
Ever.
herself. So
Ever.
you know, it's kind of. I'm not really surprised that
She
she
cut
can't
the
do
Can
it
you
cheese.
well.
imagine
Maybe
that
she
like
cut
your
the cheese.
first experience to cutting of a vegetable is when you're over 20?
Yeah.
It's wild. Again, not making fun of her. It's just I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I,
think-
wouldn't be mad if I was rich and I didn't have to cut things.
And I
Sure.
don't. I
Cut
don't,
my fucking cucumber.
I don't have any.
I don't have that,
I don't have
that
any issues
ability
making
to
fun
do
of her
that.
there
Yeah,
either.
right.
To be honest,
What'd you say?
I don't really have any issues making fun of her there either.
I get it.
I'm fine with her being made fun of for such a thing. If you should probably have like learned before you went on camera and did it.
Sure.
Or it was all just done like that on purpose. She's like, oh, viral moment.
That's also very because it was
Fucking
immediately.
hate the world today.
It was immediately. Yeah.
It's terrible. Gary Harris re-signed with the Orlando Magic, 2 years, $26 million.
Okay.
Bobby Portis, 4 year, $49 million with
With
Milwaukee.
Golden State or Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because they said that somebody was looking for him on the West Coast. They were like entertaining the idea, but
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Looking for you.
Let's see. So then we
Wanna
talk about
talk to
John
you.
Wall. And then I think Bradley Beal, 5 year, $251 million.
Back to
Washington paid him.
Staying.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
I mean, he's loyal as fuck. You better give him some money to stay.
true.
they did.
He
They
said
certainly
they
did.
did.
Well, it said he declined his $36.4 million player option, and then they gave him that big ass contract.
Damn.
So he knew what he was doing.
Smart.
What do you guys think about James Harden?
Oh, he is restructuring his contract so it's for less so they can get somebody on the
Yeah,
team.
it says he declined his $47.3 million player option and become a free agent, which keeps
He's a
the real
conundrum,
possibility.
man. It seems like his actions are contradictory to what he does, like on the
I hear
court.
that very well.
I meant to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I think he's just tired of losing at this point. And he's just ready to.
He's doing it slowly.
No, you know what? Because for last episode, I was messing with it, and I was like, I can hear that pretty well. Maybe I shouldn't have been all up in the.
Also, like, who gets a metal one?
What do you mean, who gets
the
a metal one?
ones are
That's the
ones you
original.
get.
The plastic ones.
Those are
Plastic
whack,
one. What
dude.
am I, a 3-year-old with
Yeah,
like
what is it,
trying
like
to
you got
avoid
plastic
a choking hazard?
scissors in the fucking school trying to cut things?
Safety,
Guess
safety
I was
scissors?
Bitch,
fuck-
how am I cut shit with paper?
Guess
Like,
I was
gotta
fucking
cut-
poor, guys.
Bitch.
Sorry. Cool. You guys get the metal fucking slings. I did.
I think the
so.
plastic ones were
It's
more
almost
expensive
as
than
if-
the metal
it's
ones.
almost as if you're, yeah.
Well, then get on my
And-
fucking level, then, you
and
fucking poor.
There would be
Look how
no
the tone
reason
changes.
to ever buy. Why would you buy a plastic slinky? I don't think it would be as slinky as it.
I feel like I can't be like,
First of all, watch your fucking mouth.
One doesn't slink the other way, the way the other one does.
You call it like clanky? It's a different noise altogether. It's not slinking.
I call it shitty.
Bradley Beal.
Fucking plastic slinky.
Fucking done with this.
Fucking.
You're right. It's too loud. I'm gonna stop playing with it. Fuck that thing.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens with the whole James Harden thing. I don't know. Are they trying? Are the 76ers looking to sign somebody? Is there like?
I don't know if
somebody out
anybody
there?
wants to go there.
Do you think anybody wants to play with James Harden right now?
Yo, what about Ben Simmons? This guy just like
got over.
For some reason, they like hyped him up when he came back from his injury, and it's like, did you guys really think something's gonna happen with him?
Like he was a flop. He was
It's like the definition of it. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
He's like a Mateen Cleaves.
a name that's probably more heard than it should
Like
be.
he killed it in Michigan State, but that was it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
You
say.
hate to see it,
about
but I mean,
I
whatever,
get you.
know.
I get you.
Not everybody's gonna live up to their potential, unfortunately.
Oh, of course.
So
Yeah.
he made it to the league, got a nice paycheck, and whatever
That's
happened from
very
there, I
fucking
guess.
true. Also, isn't he a commentator for certain
Is he?
events? I'm pretty sure. I thought.
Yeah, probably. You got to have like a multiple hustle type of thing, and you
so
are afforded that
You
opportunity.
can do it. I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah. I think that's like the biggest news as far as free agency goes, but there is still more NBA related news. First of all, I'm going to give a round of applause to Paul George. He is now married to his longtime woman, pretty bad woman.
That's cool, but I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
I gotta say congratulations
care.
and comment on his wife.
Hey
like,
man, listen, you did well. To
be honest,
Congratulations, your wife fine as hell, boy.
that's like a really fucked up comment.
is it worse? Is it worse to say congratulations? But
No, you just
don't
could
say
just
anything.
congratulations.
That's it. That's kind of where it
Also-
ends. Do you not know that?
can we not compliment
you
people
not
these
know
days?
that?
I'm perfectly honest.
I'm gonna
with
just
you.
do
I'm
it.
gonna be perfectly honest with you. I
So-
didn't know that this was a podcast about motherfuckers' love lives.
Nah, but listen, I mean, we've seen a whole
Sponsored
lot
by
of up and
People
down.
Magazine.
We've seen a whole lot up and down for Paul George, man. So it's, got happy to see him doing
The way
all
I
right.
see it, motherfucker winning. I don't know why he look up and down. I listen
Because I saw
One
him
time-
go down.
All right. Who else?
I
got
watched
married?
it.
Who else got?
Nobody
married
else got
in the
married.
last week, motherfucker.
Nobody else got married.
Anybody dating somebody? You want to talk about that?
Actually, there's on a much different level. There's a bad story involving NBA player.
Oh, what's his name?
Yeah, Miles Bridges.
What? Yeah.
He got
Yeah, he-
charged with felony domestic violence.
He turned himself in. There's a picture of his woman.
Jesus.
Yeah. nah.
Jesus is right.
Ugly story.
Jesus.
So yeah,
Man.
you hate to see it.
Actually.
Actually.
Yeah.
No, I mean you do hate to see it, but I I didn't think we were gonna.
I think we're gonna fire him.
I didn't know we were gonna address
You're
the
fired.
Nah, I'm here.
You fired.
nah.
I'm gonna take your car too. So. Yeah.
Okay.
R. Kelly
I want
got
to see how much
sentenced.
I can get away with at one time. Yeah, I don't know. I felt powerful for a second. I know I'm not.
R. Kelly was finally sentenced, and
Let me have
part
this,
of,
damn it.
Part of that whole saga has finally seen some closure, I guess. Right?
He's trapped in that jail now.
30,
Hey, I'm
30
on some
years.
Wendy's
Right now.
sponsorship.
Oh, my ears are man. I'm fucking.
You okay, pal?
This shit don't
doing
breathe.
all right?
It's like fucking. It's insulation. It's
Don't
not like
breathe.
the leather. It's like my ears don't want to breathe.
Well, put one on one.
Inside
On
my
one on the
ears
other,
are
you know what I mean?
sweating.
About to give me some earbuds for this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, you could do that. And get you
That
one of
sound.
those microphones where you clip it to your thing, and you don't even have to have one in front of your face.
one day when we get
He
like,
said in front of your face.
do they have like Shore or Road ones like that?
Yeah,
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, positive.
They're not going to let those exist in the market
about
and not
Shield,
do it.
man.
all about
Shield.
who?
The Shield versus the.
That was a great show.
Versus the boom. Yeah, the boob thing that you
You
guys
mean the
have.
shield is this?
No, they have the Shield
Why?
on
The
The
front,
shield,
in front
like
of
it
your
goes
mic.
in front of the mic.
That's the best thing to have.
But this isn't good.
No, it's just this is like the cheaper way to do it. No offense.
I don't understand what the difference is.
Wow, sorry.
Dave's just burping in the microphone.
I
You ever be in like public?
don't have no
and
home
just-
training.
You ever be in public and like let one loose, but not realize, like, kind of remember that you're in public after you like let a loud burp out?
Nah, I'm
Oh,
well,
burp
I mean,
I'm
the
fine
burp is
with,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, because I have
Yeah.
the capability to let one go that like will fucking echo, like, and I'll
that's
come
fine,
outside
though.
sometimes in the backyard after I like.
I'm unapologetic for my burps.
I am.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
I am too.
Shit
But
happens.
like I try not
Especially
to.
in
If I'm
like
in
a bar
restaurant-
setting.
If I'm in a restaurant,
There's a beer in my hand.
Exactly.
The hell do
What
you
else
Would
expect?
expect this right
what if
now.
you're in a restaurant?
Depends on the restaurant.
Yeah.
A restaurant where people are sitting closer to you than you would like.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Not like they're in your booth because they want to be, but like
it depends on like the class of the
No,
restaurant.
not
you know
even
what
for
I'm
me. It
saying?
depends on how
bar
much
is
I
like,
paid for my meal. The higher class, the more likely I am to burp.
so
Probably.
you're gonna do a loud burp. Like,
Oh, I was paying $50 on
I
this
like
plate.
that.
Fuck that.
I like that. I like that.
Well, sit here and enjoy
I mean,
myself.
I say excuse me, but I definitely try to mask.
But I'm
the sound
saying,
of
like,
burp.
yeah, you like try to be more proper when you're at an
Yeah.
place. Stop
doesn't
it.
Of
go
course.
anywhere.
Listen, no.
Not anymore. He did at one point. This man had a life before.
First of all,
you know,
feels
he
like
doesn't
it
now,
feels
but
like
he,
never.
he had one.
I've left the house. What
you
was I bitching
haven't.
about last week?
No, oh yeah, bowling.
All I've been doing has been leaving the motherfucking house against my will, but I've been having to, and I've
Monday
been
through
going.
Friday.
All right, Monday through Friday, I have a job.
So do I.
And where
But
do
you don't have to leave to even go there.
Where
You
do
just
you
be
where do
This
you
is
go
very
outside of
true.
your job?
Huh?
Where do you go outside of your job?
I have the gym, the bowling.
I work
Like,
out at home.
Grocery
If-
store,
if
chiropractor.
I go to the grocery store.
If I could have the luxury of working
Chiropractor.
at home, I would definitely be going to the beach or something every day and
working from
working
there.
from
Well,
there.
I mean, you
you've
also
seen
live closer to the
Have you
beach.
seen these clips where people? put
Not
the
that. Yeah, I'm
green
not saying
screen?
like you should, but just in general. Like,
Have you
yeah.
seen people put the green screen behind them?
Yeah. Yep.
And like they be at different. The guys on the bike.
Did you
he's
see?
like, he's like, oh my god.
There was
Oh shit.
there was a UFC fighter that did that during a match. Yeah, it's out there. Yeah. But he like got his ass beat and like knocked out, but like you just see him like
Oh, I
fall
did see
down.
that
Yeah,
shit.
it's great.
They were like,
The green screen's
they're
behind.
like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? They're like,
Right.
are you okay? It'd just be real funny because it just makes fun of Zoom. Yeah, no, for some reason I had that.
Use your microphone. You know, that's why we got them. We upgraded it to this.
Hey. So it's 4th of July. Well,
Yeah.
4th.
Yeah,
It's
whatever
the 3rd of July.
the fuck that
currently.
means.
Yeah.
But
It
the 4th
be
will be
4th of
tomorrow
July.
if you guys know
Listen,
how days work.
the only thing I really
I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna barbecue and shit and watch fireworks. I'm gonna do that, but it's like
But
I'm
so
not
you
to be
don't-
proud.
How's your neighborhood
of
with
that shit.
fireworks?
so you know what I'm talking
Crazy.
about R. Kelly?
Mine too.
Crazy.
You-
It's
you
about to go off.
I swear,
You know
dude.
what? You know what I'm talking
Tonight
about?
and tomorrow.
You know what I'm talking about R. Kelly more?
Yeah,
Oh, we
no,
don't talk about
sure,
R. Kelly.
That's
of course.
We just want to leave it to the fact that he got sentenced and call it a day.
Now he's trapped.
No,
in
we
the
can
jail
definitely
cell.
talk about this. Yes.
It's not going to be trapped in a closet. It's going to be trapped in the.
Oh man,
in
people are
solitude.
gonna mess with that man.
Yo,
Yep.
I don't really like to joke about people
Perverts,
being in jail.
like
but
child
when you're
child
that
perverts
guy,
are
yeah.
taken
When you're R.
seriously over
Kelly-
there. They don't give a fuck who you are. If you did that,
They say
we're
I
taking care
hog-tied
of you.
her.
They even put.
I don't know how to hog-tie people.
Homie,
They
he's
said, if
fucking
some-
hog-tied.
they said if indeed he ever makes it out of jail, they even put restrictions on who he can be around and his status as a sex
How old is
offender
he?
and who he.
Man.
'Cause he got, what,
50
I mean, it
something.
sucks to hear that. I don't know. Like it's awful.
It went in
The whole
I
story.
in an ideal world, this never happens, and R. Kelly is still a national treasure who continues
It
to
can't
make
be
great
that.
music.
It can't be that.
But
He's 55. You know what's weird about it is like
he's gonna be old.
How do you do you think he knows that Bill Cosby's out?
What do you mean? Of course. This man, he's got TV and shit.
I don't know how much. I don't know how much access you have to things in
I
jail.
feel like he's got that like club fed thing going on, where it's just like he's got everything he needs. You
no,
know?
because he's
just-
actually
he just happens to be in
he's
jail.
suing the jail because of
okay.
because of his
for
condition.
Okay, got you. My fault. You're right.
So
I
he's
heard
saying that like
Yeah.
they have him on like suicide watch, and he's like, I
Right,
made it
right.
very clear that I have no intention of hurting myself or others.
They're appealing
And
the
they're-
case actually.
Yeah, I heard about that too, and it's like just, it's a high offense that you got charged for already. But I mean, bullshit. I mean, what if he is innocent? I don't fucking know. But
Bill Cosby had a post talking
I don't
about
see that shit happening. Though.
Bill Cosby had a post talking about he's
There's some
reflecting on
damning
his
evidence
freedom.
against you, pal. What's that?
Bill Cosby put a post up talking about he's reflecting on his freedom after being released from the fake charges against him or like the inaccurate charges. But and I was like, I think he's like taking the O.J. Simpson route now. He's gonna have a
Yeah.
social media presence and shit.
What I would do if I had killed Nicole.
Bruh.
if it was, I didn't
Hit
drug
the title,
those
the
girls,
title
but
of
if
that
I
shit
did,
was like, I didn't murder her.
But if I did.
But if I did murder her, I'm gonna tell you how I did murder her.
Dot, dot, like-
dot. Don't keep typing. Why you keep doing this? This is not the title anymore. Stop.
listen, I watched this whole trial, and while I'm watching the trial, I'm thinking about, man, if I was really gonna do it, let me tell you,
Right.
there's a
You
lot of
know,
inaccuracy
since I
in this
was
story.
there and they gave me that glove.
Man.
Yo, he didn't even try to put that glove on. He was like, it doesn't fit. He put his hands out like this.
Yeah, when you
I
watch
can't
the
get the glove on. Like,
Hey, but
OJ,
if it-
close your fingers.
he was literally like,
if it doesn't
oh,
fit, you must have quit, baby. So
It was literally
that shit was
the
yeah.
size of his hands. I pretty much think every time I've seen like that clip, I'm like, nobody thought that he should put it on differently. Like he's putting on a glove stupid. It's not. I've never seen anybody try to do it that way.
He literally
It's
was
if
like
they were
putting on
if
the right
shoe
glove on his
fits,
left
then
hand and shit.
He's the guy that did it. But it's like he tried to put the shoe on his elbow, and it didn't work, and they're like, "Oh, it doesn't fit."
I think it's a bad analogy.
That's a bad analogy.
But I know
It
what
is.
you're saying.
Thank you for saying
You know
that.
what
I'm saying
It was
equally
It
as
was going
stupid as how I
pretty
seen
bad.
him try to put that glove on.
Well, I mean, if you want to spin it like that, that's cool. But
'Cause it was
you know,
like-
you said that on purpose, though. So,
Everybody's like, "My head doesn't fit on with the headphones."
so
I don't know how to-
that is better. Yeah,
It's like you tried to put on a shoe that was still tied,
right.
and he was like, "Oh, I can't untie the shoe and put my foot in there.
Bam. Bing bong.
Just too tight."
Bing bong.
But it wasn't really that tight because his hand was just like.
It was. Just, I always think about
Bing
that.
bong.
You know, well, I don't know why we're talking about the OJ case.
Well,
R. Kelly.
because like
it's chaos.
It led there
Fuck.
somehow, I guess.
Nope.
But yeah, no.
How many things, dude? It's gonna be a rough go for him.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm still gonna listen to certain R. Kelly music because it was good and had nothing to do with
You just gotta
the
do it.
alleged
just
criminal
gotta do
acts
it.
that
But
he
it
was
happened
involved
at
in.
that time, didn't it?
But it's not
Yeah, it's
talking
true.
about it. You know what I mean?
But it happened around
Like-
that time, though. Like
if it was
used
like-
that shit to prey on.
If it was like Dave Chappelle's version of his song, right? And he was like actually talking about the alleged acts, that's one thing. Well, like, listen, he gave us step.
so
come
just
on, man.
because he
There's
didn't
certain
talk
things-
about pissing in booty
It
holes,
doesn't matter, Adam.
doesn't means that he didn't do
This
it.
is another topic.
I hear you, but I don't care. I'm still gonna
In
listen.
the privacy of your own home.
Yeah. I'm not out there
You're not
blasting
gonna
it.
go, Adam
You know what I
pulls
mean?
up to the light like step, side.
I'm not gonna put a boombox on my shoulder and walk down the
Round and
street.
round.
Like,
So, like,
but there will be times that I will have
the
some
Office
of those
Space
things
intro with the white dude and the rap song, whatever. Office Space.
Oh, back up in your ass with the rest of
No, the white guy.
Oh,
When he
yeah.
was playing it loud and he sees the black
Oh,
guy
yeah, he
walking
was
towards him and turns it down. Shit, that's Adam for sure.
No,
Most definitely it is.
nah, man.
No,
listen.
it is though.
Nah, it's
no,
not.
it's okay.
It'll
Though.
never be me.
No, I admit it
That
though.
can never be me.
I admit that though.
Stay in the spotlight. You know?
Maybe.
You gonna see me tucking my chain in. You know?
Anyway,
But yeah, so that was a.
Kales. That was
was
how,
that,
I don't
and
know
then-
how to breach this topic.
Well, we can move to more court related things. Eric Holder. Fuck that guy, right?
Yes.
The
Most definitely.
murderer of Nipsey Hussle. May he rest in peace.
They say he got beat.
He got his ass whooped in jail. Yeah, they had a picture surface, and I was like, yeah, keep whooping his ass.
Like every
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Every day.
I'm with it. That's all I have to say about it.
I'm with you.
Just put a, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but like actually though, I feel like he deserves to be tortured. Well, okay, excuse me. That's kind of fucked up to say, I guess. But I mean, he deserves to get.
It was cold blooded the way
something happened to him.
shit went down. So that he didn't have a conscience about it. Fuck it, let him get his ass whooped. I'm fine with it. That's all I gotta say about it. You know what I mean? You guys care at all about like the whole Blueface saga with his woman?
I don't know about this.
So he was like at some club and one of his, or he was, I don't know,
Sam
he was
answered
performing
honest as fuck.
somewhere small, and one of his fans was like freaking out or whatever, and he like brought her, I don't know, took care of her some way on stage in front of everybody. So his woman is like all salty about it. Oh, you gonna bring her up there, blah, 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 because she wasn't with him for this particular moment. So she was spotted in the club afterwards with Fabio Foreign. And so he like blocked her on everything, and now she's sitting here like, oh no, come on, take me back, I love you.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that whole circle sounds messy as fuck.
It sounds messy,
Sounds
but
like
also
something I'm not interested in.
Blueface is the only rapper who literally came in the game and was like, I don't know how to write a beat.
Yeah.
And they were like, come on in anyway, you know?
I have no idea how to rap.
He literally said, oh, y'all know I'm not good with the whole beat. Fuck is you talking about? That's half. That's half of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
that.
half of it.
Right.
The half is the music,
need
the other half
that.
is the words.
That's what I'm saying.
And the words don't make up for the lack of your inability. Like, come on. What happened?
Sir.
It's an interesting time in the world of hip hop, I tell you. There was a small story I read about Michael Jackson. He was going to have a collaboration with Pac, but because of his loyalty to Biggie,
Yeah,
he
he-
decided to
Oh, really?
nix that.
Yeah, I read that actually this week as well.
I thought that was interesting.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, well, kind of, I guess. I mean,
Kind of interesting.
I'm curious what a Pac and MJ song would have sounded like.
I suppose so.
Interesting, but yeah, I mean, I think those are all the main important stories that I have for this week. So if you want to talk about your 4th of July
Oh, I don't know. I'm just,
plans, I mean, I don't really have anything interesting to talk about for my 4th of July weekend. So I don't know if you guys have anything important or interesting that
I'm gonna surprise my
live
family. with-
vicariously.
Oh wait, no, I'm not actually. We're not doing that. Forget it. Nothing. Yeah, we're just chilling.
All right.
okay.
Well, word,
Well,
word.
we're supposed to have a big old party, but people can't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not.
But I'm
really
about to
planning
make
do much.
homemade Big Macs tomorrow. So
That's pretty cool.
Homemade Big
I'm down
Macs.
with that. Yes.
You have like a mac sauce or a mock mac
I
sauce?
make my own.
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to get that recipe from you off air.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Recipe off air, like
Because if it's really good and you want to sell it, you don't want to give it to.
Oh no,
the world,
yeah,
you know what I
these
mean?
people can't know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I
Fuck
got
that.
you,
I
though.
don't get to know shit.
Nah,
You know?
nah, fuck all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opposite shout out to Glenn while we're at it. You know.
Opposite shout out.
shout out to Glenn. Yeah, no, I don't got much planned for this week. I'm just gonna literally just fucking probably sit out in the
You
backyard.
got some fireworks?
Watch fireworks.
True.
Watch them so you don't have any.
Oh no, I don't have any
No,
either.
but dude, everybody.
Every year I watch
I think
them.
I think I plan to next year.
Alley.
I guess I always say that though.
Every year I plan to.
Yeah.
I always
Get
want to get
fireworks.
fireworks.
I
Yeah.
never plan
Because we're
to
so
do
close
Yeah.
to the spots.
Last night it was going off like crazy out
Dude,
here.
I'll let everybody else spend
Sure.
$500,000
Sure.
on fireworks. I'm just not doing it.
Spend $500,000 on fireworks. Can you imagine that?
I mean, listen, I still enjoy like doing it, you know. But yeah, you're right. It's
Dude,
expensive to
it's
go in
too
It's
there.
been a
much, dude. You're
while
blowing
since I
up
bought
money.
like jumping jacks and shit like that though.
You're just
Yeah.
blowing up.
That was
money.
pretty fun for
It's
us.
true, but listen, it's an investment in fun.
The
You know
fourth
what I mean?
was the
Yeah,
fourth
but-
was popping on Kasson.
It was. It was.
Hell yeah, we used to be on the corner. Yeah,
There
come on
used-
now.
I will say that there was some time where it felt like people didn't do that as much. But since COVID started
Yeah.
or began, dude, my neighborhood fucking up
Same.
in lights and fucking everything all fucking night. The guy behind me has
It's odd,
it.
right?
Next door has it. The guy across the street's been blowing them off recently.
Dope.
You're not good at staying in the mic. You know?
I'm talking right now. But like,
Yes, but you can hear yourself. But in the microphone, if you listen here, like you're like ish on
Well, the
Joe
thing
Budden's
is, I
pod
can't
because
talk,
you be like over here.
the
talking,
reason why
like,
it happens with this, I can't tell because I can't hear the feed as well in this because of that connection. But on that side, you can hear it feed your headphones better. So
Nah,
I
hear
can
you,
never tell.
But like, still just
So
talk
like
towards the
usually
mic.
I can't even tell where my mouth sound is because I feel like I'm not even hearing it. Maybe these headphones are just trash now.
It could be. Could be. I mean, I don't know.
You guys got a favorite memory from 4th of July? Or like is it just the general memory of
I do
how
actually.
it was?
Yeah. So there was 1/4. I forgot how old I was. Old enough for this to happen, but
You know, I was walking.
Old enough for me to
I
remember
was
this.
walking, that's for sure.
no. So I mean, like, okay. So I'll just continue. It just makes more sense for the story.
Okay.
So we were lighting fireworks off with Alex and Eric Smolchuk on the corner, and
As was typical.
my cousin's neighbor, the K's, remember them?
Mm-hmm.
Pam and Frank. Their niece was over, Dorothy, and we made out. That was fun.
All right. Okay.
That's one of my favorites.
Well, I mean, that makes sense that it would be a specific time there. Yeah.
It was tight. It was tight. It was cool.
That was good, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
My
That
favorite
was my
4th of
first
July.
kiss.
Huh?
That was my first kiss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, no. Well, I guess I can't say who it was because, yeah, it was part of the block. But
Well then,
yeah,
I don't think anybody watches anyway. But,
sure.
My
You never
favorite-
know. I mean,
my,
there's 288 subscribers somewhere out there.
my favorite
Shout out
4th of
to y'all.
July moment or day. You know what? It's probably just more or less of the sum
tradition.
of it all.
Yeah.
Right? We would be all literally across the street from my house, over by Eric's or Alex's most of the time. We would have them we'd be blowing them off in the middle of the street, right? Mom and Pops would either be hosing down the house. Because Pops and Mom, they were like, at one time they saw a firework or light a house on fire, and it's valid, it happens. But ever since then, the hosing the roof off, like just
Yeah.
crazy. Like I just remember that, and then they would be done. Like,
Well,
like
throughout
they
the-
never did that, and they'd come across the street and just
Throughout the
Right.
day on those, randomly there'd be like somebody would pop
Right.
a pack of firecrackers and be out there just randomly
Yeah.
lighting shit off, and then as
That's
it
what I
started to
miss.
get dark out, then everybody
Yeah,
came
man.
congregated on the corner.
Summertime to me is the start of when fireworks should be going off. I don't care if you blow
A lot of places it's like that. Here, because it's illegal, people don't do it
True.
so often. But like, there's a lot of places in the country where fireworks are just
My
it's the
neighborhood
time to
be
celebrate.
be
boom.
blowing them off about this
I feel
time.
like we had a lot of firefighters and cops in our neighborhood too, so it was like they were the guys getting the fireworks
Yeah, of
half
course.
the time. You know,
Yeah.
Of course. What was that white boy's name that lived across around the block? His dad was the state trooper right there.
right?
Tony.
Right.
Tony?
Right.
Yeah. I seen him later on. I remember he was like, "Hey, what's up?" He was like, I don't remember if he said Sam or Osama, but I saw him. When I worked downtown. This was like 10 years ago, 11 years ago now, probably.
Still a long ass time ago.
But he was It was funny. Like he was there. He's like, for some reason, he told me he was selling, right? Like he was selling chronic.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. This is 10 years ago. I think statute is done.
For
But anyway, he was like,
for the purposes of this story, names and events might be changed.
Yes. He's like, look, this is what I got. And he
Allegedly.
tried to shake my hand allegedly, and in my hand allegedly, I was like, we're literally right at the beginning.
Very specific though. So is it allegedly? And, like,
The front of the terminal. Look, the front of the
It was all a dream.
Is
We're
this
at
alleged?
the front of the terminal.
Yeah.
And now he's past this. I'm like, motherfucker, take this shit. Like, I was like, he's like, oh, would you like? You know when you have those conversations with people you see from back in the day, and you don't want to even engage in conversation because you're like, fuck. Like
I
I'm kind of
actively
in a-
avoid those situations. Usually, if
There
somebody,
was
I'm
no
like,
way to avoid this. Like I was there. Like my bus was. I was like, I don't feel like walking. You ever just been like, all right, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna say I gotta go.
Yeah.
And then just walk.
I'd
the
be like,
rest of the
man,
way
you know what?
home, miles
I
and
gotta
miles
pee. I'll be
away.
back.
Yeah.
There's ways to exit any conversation if you really want to.
Right.
Sometimes I think about just walking away from the conversation.
That's
without
kind of
saying-
why I miss yesteryear a little bit. You know, where
Yesteryear?
where you didn't have not everybody had a fucking cell phone in their hand, and if you wanted to contact me, if I wasn't at home, you had to leave a message. I miss those days, kind of.
Kinda.
Yeah, I feel too accessible these days.
Yeah, for sure. I don't
I get
really
that.
care to have the phone every day, everywhere I go.
I don't like being accessible. You know?
I get that.
There was a time where I left and I was where I was at.
Yeah.
What do you say? You know what? I'm gonna be where I'm at, and if you can find me there, then guess we can hang out.
Hey, word.
Yeah.
Word.
You know, but other than that, I'm just driving, and you don't know exactly where. There's no GPS. There's none of this nonsense.
Word, bitch.
I miss the '90s.
It was a better time.
If I was, but like, it is what it is. I mean, technology has brought some cool shit too. Look
It
what
has,
we got here.
and you got to take the good with the bad. But I'm just saying, like, the everything else is fine. If I started just leaving my cell phone at home when I left, people would be like, "Well, how come you have your cell phone with you?" And it's just like it's like weird to not
Yeah,
have.
I don't like that idea. I mean, obviously now
I
it's
don't like it.
because it's part of you. It's like keys or a wallet. You need
part
it,
of me.
or it is your wallet in some cases. So
Yep.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
you know,
These phones have wallets, digital wallets.
Yeah, I try not to use the.
I think Apple's probably protects it better than I could in my own pocket. To be honest, it's a nasty world. They just walk up and scan my pocket or some shit. You know,
Thanks.
can do that.
Of course.
But yeah, we got sneakers.
yeah, we got sneakers.
All right, what you got? I know
These 97s, man.
you better talk about them. You know the people love them.
Nah, they don't care
Oh my
for
God,
these
Sam's
97s.
97s.
I don't think they care for these.
I think they do.
Do they?
Pretty sure.
It's been a long time since anybody showed love.
97s.
Well, that's not true. We had somebody comment last week and they said, "Oh, I want those Air Maxes."
That was last week. I don't think
That
it
was,
last
yeah, off
week. I
last
think
week's
it was
episode.
Like multiple weeks ago.
Nah, it just happened. I can tell you right
recently?
now. Yeah,
Oh, that doesn't count. I'm talking
Hey,
about
watch
like,
the
in
disrespect.
real time. Who?
You.
new
He-
comment
He said who?
from Hallowell 1998. He said, "I want those Nike Air Maxes."
Well, go get them, motherfucker. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You can have mine.
Well,
Or say, hey,
probably-
word, thanks for the love. Like,
I appreciate it, but you can go get them somewhere else. No, I'm just playing. Vivi once. All right, so
and now we know why we don't have.
Once,
swear to God.
once I was at the Red Box, right? We stopped at remember the Butera had one over there on like Nagel? So we literally I pulled up, I go to the Red Box and Vivi's with me, and I had the Wolf Grey Jordans on. This is mad years ago, probably like 14, maybe 2013.
Right.
And some dude, they were
Right.
sitting down, and so he's like, "Yo, nice Jordans." I was like, "Appreciate you," and I just kind of like. And Vivi's like, well, how come you weren't so like? How come you didn't like say, thank you a little bit nicer? I was like, because I didn't want to. She was like, why? I was like, because he complimented my shoes. I don't know if he's looking at me for one reason or another, right? But like to me, that almost is like, oh, a word.
This is
You
hilarious.
like my shoes, motherfucker?
I was thinking about telling this story
I don't know.
too.
It just felt like I never felt the love from that as much as I felt like. I don't know.
Listen.
In my mind, I'm like, all right, defensive mode.
Are you caught
defensive
up?
mode.
Are you caught up on JBP? Right now?
No.
Okay,
not
so
even close.
on their most recent
is that?
episode, Joe Budden podcast.
Oh.
That's how they shorten it. So whatever.
Got it.
But on their most recent episode, it's just talking about how like people don't, like men don't compliment each other and that type of thing, right? Like
Yeah.
women will like champion each other. Oh, girl, them shoes, blah, blah, blah. But men will never do that with each other. So I'm walking into a store of a select variety the other day.
What the hell?
And,
What is the store?
Seems like you don't want to
What's
say
the
that.
store?
You know what I mean? So I had
What's the store?
All right.
it was a place that dispensed things.
Oh,
So I had my
what's
pine
the
greens
store?
on.
No.
I have my pine greens on, right? And I'm walking in there, and this guy walking out, he's like, "Oh, nice, whatever." He's like, "Those are really nice Jordans, bro." Like, "Yeah, appreciate it." I kept walking, and so I was like, "Oh, like I don't know if maybe that guy was like a fan of the JBP, but there's like this movement of like men complimenting
There should be.
their shoes now,
It should be a safe space to say things.
But at the same
But
time,
I said thank you, but I was ready to rock, dude.
At the same time-
at the red box. I was like,
I guess I had that experience, but I was the other guy, and the guy was you. Yeah.
you were the guy that said nice Jordans.
No, but yeah, exactly. It's like this other.
oh,
guy.
to somebody else.
no, I
So
was
he
like,
had
that
the
was you, Dave?
Union 4s on the guava ice ones, and I was like, "Yo, those are dope." I tried to get those. I couldn't get. He's like, "All right."
Yes, I
Just
think
like
that's
that.
also
Like,
the
he like,
problem.
looked like,
Well, I
okay.
didn't say all right.
That's
I was
another
like,
part of the problem.
I was like, all right.
But there's a reason for that response too, because all right, I was watching Matt's podcast, right, and they're talking about New York culture and how things, and it'd be like, yo, you'd be on the subway and like somebody would walk up, sit next to you, and they put their foot next to yours, and they'd be like, yo, what size are those?
Right.
And that's like them basically like on their way to robbing you, right?
I get you.
So he's like, your response there really matters too, because if you like give them the number, he's like, we're taking you kicks, But he's like, if you're like,
my size.
it's your size. Like, come get them. If you want them, they're your
Gotcha.
size. Come get them. So he's like that
Oh.
that whole culture and how you respond to all those things really dictate how your day's gonna go after that point.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think if somebody compliments your shoes, is one of two things. They're either really
that's
like,
why-
oh yeah, I
that's
like
why
this shit,
I
or if you're
always
like,
err on the side
I
of.
like those shoes.
I always err on the side of that. Like, a word, cool.
I get you.
Maybe
Like
I shouldn't. Maybe that's defensive.
I get you.
No, but you have to be that way. I mean, also, it's
For
not
real.
New York is not the only big city. Chicago is very much we're trying to rob you. But Chicago's dirtier in a way where like they'll rob you, but then they'll also kill you, take your stuff. Like just give me one or the other.
New York is
Like.
but if you're talking about dirt in general, New York is definitely dirty.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, I haven't been there.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
To really tell.
And it's
but,
terrible.
It smells so fucking bad.
I don't really care for New York.
all right, fair enough. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's you should go there and visit.
There's much history there. Check
Yeah.
it out. Don't go back.
yeah.
Fair enough. I will keep that in mind.
Dollar
What
slices
do you got
on
on your feet, man?
I put these little Bel Air 5s. Again, a favorite of my collection, but just not
Those are
something
dope.
That's something I have decided when I want to like introduce to the world on a stepping out type of
So you
occasion.
want people to know you have them?
Nah, I mean, I
just
don't
have
care
to
if they
make
know
that
that I have them, but
So
when
you
I,
don't
when I
go
make
away.
when they make their debut, you know what I mean?
The debut.
The
The
debut.
debut.
Got a new truck, and I am dying to debut it with some trick shit.
That's all, folks.
That's right.
Well, it's not yet.
I know. I just wanted to say it.
Well, you're early. We can say it in a minute.
Well, I'm done now.
All right, Dave, what you got on today?
I have on these orange and green Lakais. These are an old school skateboarding company.
Okay.
But this is a shoe that is in collaboration with Larry June, who is a rapper, MC.
All right.
Dude's real nice. But
Yeah, I like Larry
the
June.
packaging on this was wild as fuck. It came in this bag that resembles a Whole Foods bag, which is kind of dope. Like the name, the lettering, and all that kind of looks like it.
I like
Not
theme
much,
stuff like
but
that.
yeah, and like it's got like details on the inside.
Whole Foods
So-
gonna look back into this like
right.
that does look like our stuff.
But like he actually had like full input on the whole project, so it was really dope. Yeah. But
Very nice.
shout out to Larry June, shout out to Lakai.
Most.
It's a very dope.
How do you guys feel about the general collaboration between like artists and shoe companies?
So far, I like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I saw Ronnie Feig, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
Did, he's doing Clark's, like a Clark collab.
I can see that.
I didn't like him, but again, I don't. It's the thing about those the bottom is like it's really it's like really gummy, like that real thick,
Got
heavy
it.
gum, and then it turns me off a little bit. But I do like Clark's in general, but I don't know. I was watching some T-Pain was talking about Timberlands and how fucking uncomfortable it is, and the biggest lie in hip hop, like them shits is uncomfortable.
Well, especially because the general.
They can't. They're heavy as shit.
They're
Well, and the
really
culture is to not tie them.
And he's from Florida.
Yo, and
So you
that-
got a heavy ass
that-
shoe where
that
your
makes it
foot is
worse.
falling out and shit.
Right.
It just like banging on all. I remember those.
Yeah.
I remember having fucking big ass Tims just walking around heavy as shit like some
Is there
bricks
any-
on the end of your feet.
Is there any it's called occupation where people actually use those for
I
work,
have.
or do people
I
really
have.
just kind of?
I mean,
because
yeah,
like, typically
I'm
they go
sure
for like a
people
cheaper
do.
steel toe. I think.
Well,
Like,
it depends on where you're at. Like sometimes you don't need steel toe. You just need something that's good for walking around like things. But
I've always just looked at them as like a winter boot.
yeah.
It-
I just
generally,
use,
I feel, yeah.
I got a pair of green Tims at the crib. I like suede. I haven't worn. I wore them once on the podcast, but I've had them for like 4 years. I got them at fucking
40 below.
Nordstrom Rack.
I can't do
some 40
suede,
below?
man.
Fuck is a 40 below?
40 below Timbs.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
40 belows?
Yeah. It's like a style of Timberland that they are just the most popular used
You
in New
mean
York.
like the classic 6-inch? They're not called 40 belows.
Was it 30 below?
No,
What the fuck
One
is
of those
that?
two,
I
yeah.
think they're Uptowns.
I thought he was talking about 5 below the fucking dollar store.
Yeah, I didn't.
was like,
They don't
what's
even
going on?
sell those at Timberland.
All right, well,
They
I
don't
guess
sell
I will
Timberland
teach you guys afterwards.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Well, that being said,
Yeah. They don't know. They couldn't possibly know.
We don't know.
they couldn't possibly.
These
fucking
guys
know.
definitely don't know. Thank you everybody for tuning in to episode number 143 of the Kiona and Kasson podcast. It's been an interesting ride. We
Word.
talked a lot of basketball, so hopefully we kept your attention here.
Word.
I put a little disclaimer in the description. A lot of basketball talk today.
Tag your favorite friends who like basketball and tell them to watch this. And hopefully we can outshine the shoes,
Yeah.
the fetishes that these motherfuckers have over our feet. Luckily, they haven't told us to switch shoes in a long time.
It's true, but they haven't said anything in a long time.
Yeah, they haven't said
They
shit.
wanted us to swap shoes.
They wanted us all to swap
Yeah.
shoes.
That's odd.
Yeah, we're not going to do all that.
That's odd.
Not necessarily you weren't here during that little bout.
Well, it was before we even put
Our
this desk in and shit.
objectification.
Maybe that's why they stopped commenting, because the desk is now here.
Yes, probably.
Maybe
Oh well,
so.
it's a deterrent. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully you had an extended weekend like I have. 'Cause I'm going to take advantage of this 3-day weekend.
I am working tomorrow,
Oh.
but it's overtime. So yay.
All right, well, hey, I mean, at least there's more money than...
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll catch you on number 144,
I just seen that you spelled the womp womp womp, but as womp womp. It's pretty funny.
It's good.
When I was
As
writing
it
it, I was
should be.
like, whamp, whamp.
What it do? What it do?
Wow.
There you go.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Later.